fucking forgot to clap last week. Pain in my fucking ass. I was so cheesed. Ugh.
Forgot to give myself the clap last week.
I forgot to fucking come last week.
Never. If only I could have my brain work like that in November. Am I right, fellas?
I was so depressed I wasn't horny for a week. It's really weird. I don't like it.
Did you see the fucking Canada drama recently?
What Canada drama?
So, Justin Trudeau went on vacation during Truth and Reconciliation Day.
Wow, what a fucking piece of shit.
And they were calling he went to Tofino. So people were calling him Tofino Trudeau. But like I was on fucking Twitter like looking through it because I'm like I always want to know what these fucking things mean. Yeah. And it's just that like people like doing the whole like the liberal right wing, the liberal left wing, right wing. Well, I'm a centrist. The media won't fucking tell you that Justin Trudeau is out there not doing his job and taking a fucking vacation.
Well, it's a stat holiday. It's a government holiday. Like
yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I think he is actually on a full week vacation.
Oh, okay.
But also, just because like he doesn't have to do, he doesn't. And then they were all like sucking fucking Doug Ford's dick because Doug went and had like an indigenous chief come in and like just talk at him about like what this day means for them or whatever. And then it's like, well, that means Doug Ford is so much better than Justin Trudeau. But then like this dude was going like, oh, you won't hear about this in the news. I just watched CTV for fucking 12 hours straight. Didn't see a single mention. It's like,
yeah, what were you doing watching CTV 12 hours straight?
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. And then CTV, our national news, like
CTV isn't. By the way, CTV isn't our national news. You're thinking of CBC.
Doesn't CTV also have news?
CTV does have news, but CBC is our like BBC type deal, except much worse.
Okay,
and
the guy said he
BBC
was watching CTV News.
Okay,
and that does go national. They talk about like shit in BC,
but it's also like not news that the the prime minister like went on vacation.
It's not CNN.
It's non-news.
It's not like they'll be if something's really big where this is. Nothing. So maybe CBC talked about it, but the guy was just like, yeah, I've watched CTV, because I guess they're trying to say CTV is a liberal left-leaning propaganda machine. But then after I read all those tweets, I'm like, that's cool that Trudeau went on vacation, whatever. I don't know how often he goes on vacation, but I feel like I hear about it once every 4 years, so...
Yeah, so...
Because last time he went on vacation, it was to India.
Right.
I went to go to the gas station to pick up like a drink and some chips
and a pack of cigarettes.
I looked down, and the Toronto Sun is there, right on the fucking front page, talking shit about how Trudeau went on.
Dude, it's so fucking.
But the guy
weird.
also said
every print news, and when I say print, I also mean like articles. Almost all of the print news in Canada is like kind of right wing, but all the TV news is like slightly liberal. Like Like, it's super weird.
No, so that, and then
like the Globe and Mail is like weirdly fucking right wing now. It's like, what?
But like the guy was talking shit. He's like, yeah, no one's talking about this, and everyone's like, it might be in the newspaper tomorrow. But it's like, it was already in the newspaper today. You stupid fuck.
How did you fucking hear about it if nobody's talking about it? You dipshit. How would you even know if nobody was talking about it?
Yeah, it's like, man, shut up.
It's that most people don't actually care. And I'm saying that as somebody who's like, yeah, it's maybe a little bit insensitive to go on vacation if you're the actual prime minister on Truth and Reconciliation Day. Like, I am 100% aware that that's not a great look.
At least he didn't fucking leave the country.
Yeah.
Because Tofino's in British Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, so what did you do for Truth and Reconciliation Day, Ian? It was Thursday.
I went on Pornhub and looked up Native women.
That's fucking terrible.
I didn't actually do that. I didn't do anything.
No, I know you didn't do that. I was like, that's a bad joke. That might.
I looked at the. I just got up and did nothing all day.
I was happy because I didn't have to work, because for me it was a day off, so
Yeah.
I just kind of did fucking nothing. And I felt bad for not wearing an orange shirt when I went to Tim Hortons to get a fucking breakfast, and I saw some kids in orange shirts, and I was like, oh fuck, I should have worn an orange shirt today. But I don't really own. I own one, and it says Arkham Asylum on it. So
Hey, you're trying.
so I don't know. But yeah, if you don't know, Orange Shirt Day and like wearing an orange shirt is like a recognition of Native Canadian Indigenous peoples stuff here in Canada. I don't know if it's true in the States or in Russia or France, wherever you may be.
I just there's a new hashtag trending right now about Canada.
What's the hashtag?
Canadian or CDN media failed. And
I'm guessing it's like gonna be a thing that's like not a problem, but like there are valid criticisms of the Canadian media, but this is gonna be a completely invalid, ridiculous criticism.
Yeah, but like this, it's just people. Like, I don't know. It's just so stupid.
Oh, great.
And people, of course, it's the fucking assholes who love to show up at the end and be like, "You're just mad about like a failing system that we have in place and that we all have to deal with because you lost the fucking election recently." Mic drop. I owned you, conservatards.
So it's like libtards where they're like, you have like
yeah,
you have kind of shitty reasons, and you know what, I agree with those liberals somewhat, because yeah, they wouldn't be saying shit if they won, absolutely, because that is what people do. It's called getting butt mad.
yeah. Like, Canadian conservatives are like
ridiculous.
Like they mauled so hard.
I think that's conservatives everywhere. That's like right wing people everywhere. They
Canadian
fucking love
conservatives
to
are just like a special fucking
Yeah.
breed of like people who bitch but then like don't do anything. So yeah.
Holy shit, there was like so many messages since I looked at this group chat. Okay.
I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Oh
I
my God,
I put it
you're
on
right.
silent. I just wanted to take a look at it.
Jesus
and then it was
Christ,
like, there's
it's still
40.
going.
Yeah, there's 40 messages.
All right, well,
So
what are we doing here?
what are we
is this?
talking about? This is a podcast, the Media Hole podcast. This is a weekly podcast that you and I both do pretty frequently, and I think this is episode like 98 or 99.
You gotta fucking actually get the right one on that, because if we blow past 100,
If we blow past 100, well, we're past the 100th episode if you include like our half episodes, like our spoiler casts and
I
shit.
wouldn't.
I know, I don't personally, and that's why we didn't go, yay, we've done 100 episodes, because then we would have done it like, I don't know, a month or two ago. This is episode 99. Fuck, we gotta do something next week. We should do something special next week.
Yeah, maybe.
We've almost done this 2 whole years.
Yeah. Well, actually, we might have
No.
because we did miss a few weeks.
No, because it was the end of October.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like the 26th, 27th when the first episode went up.
Yeah.
But yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Isn't that fucking wild?
That's a little poggers.
And anybody listening or watching, just know from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support over these 2 years, and you are my little pog champ. Each and every one of you are my little pog champ. Now come here.
Come here. You're my little pog champ.
You're my little pog champ.
Yeah.
I'm excited for episode 200 when me and Ian become VTubers. That'd be fucking great.
I'm trying to find this one fucking clip, but
wouldn't that be cool? What would you, if you were a VTuber? What would you be?
A cute girl.
But still have your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Femboy. Fuck, I don't know. Are you pretty much asking what my half persona is?
What your
My
weeb
Kimi no
persona?
Mimi
What your weeb persona is?
Or
Or weeb sona, as it were.
I don't know. A deer?
You'd be a deer. So you'd have... Or no, you wouldn't have antlers because male deers... Right?
Male deers have antlers.
Oh, no, it's female deers that don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd have antlers... How furry do you think you would be?
Like on what level of furry?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that one?
You'd be normal, but with antlers, I'm guessing?
Pretty much.
And like
I would be like
little,
every single like
makeup dots?
Yeah, every freckles.
Yeah.
Every single anime girl that already exists.
Yeah. What color would your hair be? Would you keep it like a brown color to match the deer vibe, or?
I would definitely like, you know how deers have that like kind of like little light brown, but you can it's almost like a white stripe. Just kind of have that like through
like
the hair.
Light brown and then the white stripe.
Probably like more of the white stripe sort of thing. Like make it look like a layered thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think I would.
Don't deers have like stupid fucked up eyes?
They have like all black eyes.
Just to look like I'm fucking like
That'd be scary.
Deer eyes.
That's scary on a person. Deers have scary fucking eyes.
Oh my god, they fucking do.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a dog. This deer has an acorn in its eye.
Oh.
Oh no, they can have hair grow over their eyes.
Oh fuck. That's also nasty.
Yeah. But you know what I meant by they're fucked up? They don't have it as much as like a goat, but they do get that like a weird flatter like pupil. Mm-hmm. Or iris, I mean. Like it like levels out. So probably a bit of that.
A little bit of that, but not enough to be scary, I would assume. Mm-hmm. I think my VTuber Sona would be like kind of like a homeless man type vibe. Like grubby and fucked up looking. Like I'd be like hot. Don't get me wrong, because all VTubers
you got to
like
become friends with you got to become friends with Takahata.
Yeah,
and just have a bit where you like show up at his stream for a second. And he says,
bar.
"Get out of here!"
Yeah, I'd be like, "Whoa, fuck, what's up?" That would be my voice, because all VTubers have fake voices, and mine would be like, "Hey, man,
yeah,
fuck, could I borrow a smoke?"
Hey, I'm just here. My wife died. Could I just get some money? Get the fuck out of here!
I broke my leg, and they sent me fucking oxys, and they told me, don't worry about it, never gonna give you a problem, and now I'm here.
So anyone got any oxys? They're letting me.
Oxy, I take heroin.
I will suck your dick.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
That's what I really want. I want to be a VTuber that raises awareness about the opioid crisis.
Well,
my collab with HoloLab, it's like, hey, oh, Sami desu. Hey, Gargara, do you have a $4 that I could use on bus fare?
Is it fucking like? I think I would like it was some shit people were making fun of where like Iris has like this whole fucking like like novel length paragraph describing how she's
Nephilim.
Like she's a Nephilim and like she's always constantly struggling between her angel and demon self, and sometimes you can see one side take over more than the other. But then you go like to Corones and it's like she's a dog. It's like is a dog.
But it's funny because Corone has weird memes at this point. Like, because it's like she wants your fingers. Secret money. My favorite.
I believe her backstory is actually that she's like the dog of an old woman who owns like a fucking biscuit shop. Well, it's because she
lives with her grandma.
Yeah,
I think it's her real grandma whose accent she has type deal. Like, I think that is legit, but then there's like some lore about it too. But like, I don't know.
She's just this dog, this old woman who runs a bakery, like, and she loves baked goods.
Yeah,
that's why I think she has like.
You know how I was like, "Hey, Crony is Canadian confirmed because the KD thing,"
and also what French?
No, not French.
She's been speaking some French.
Did she speak French?
Yeah.
I don't think that's confirmed Canadian because anybody can speak French.
Yeah,
I think the KD thing is like better evidence.
It's
than
pretty
anything.
damning.
It's like the most damning evidence. Apparently, Ina also is.
Ina?
And I didn't know. You know, my Ina-ness.
Oh, no wonder she's like the best.
No wonder she's cool as fuck. I think she's from the Couve, which is why I didn't recognize it earlier.
She's great.
Yeah. We stand VTubers here, folks.
Yeah. We stand fucking Amelia Watson's super fucking weird, like, stream avatars.
Yeah.
Like, she fucking watched, like, the Bee movie instead of just doing, like, the comfy with a cup of hot chocolate.
She has a 3D Bee avatar.
She made a 3D Bee avatar, and then she filled the fucking entire screen and danced, like, with the Bee avatar. Or then I caught her playing Valorant, and she just still had the Bee avatar on. Or she fucking goes and plays Worms WMD with Gura.
Yeah. And the spinning. Yeah. We love Ame here. Mm-hmm. Ame, decidedly not Canadian, though. This is the one thing.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
That's the one bad part.
Same with Callie.
Yeah.
She's American.
Mm-hmm. How awful. Can't believe Death is from America.
I can.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Death from above.
All right. So, you ready to talk about TGS news?
You want to talk about TGS news? Okay. Bandai Namco changed their logo and it looks bad.
I think it looks fine.
It looks worse.
I think
it's like when the Pepsi logo changed to like the fucking super minimalist Pepsi logo.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. I think this is more them being. It's honestly, the Bandai part looks like the classic Bandai logo, and the Namco part is just Namco, which is what Namco used to be, like before they became the same company. I think it's like very minimalist. You're like absolutely correct about it. I don't really like the Bandai Namco logo we've had for a long time. Yeah, I don't think it's that good.
I enjoy it, but
I enjoy it because I think it's really cool when Kazuya and fucking Jin step down on it with the fucking Tekken logo and shit. Yeah. That's sick. There's never been a better Bandai Namco. Actually, never been a fucking better publisher one.
Yeah, I really love. This is only recently that they've actually had their own logo separate from Sega's, but I like the Ryuga Gotoku Studio logo a lot.
Well, it's just like
it's just a big script.
It just says dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it a lot. It's cool.
Yeah, it's
every time I see it, I'm
minimalistic in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I'm like, those guys. And they in Judgment, they use it in a cool way too when it pops up on the screen because it's like, oh shit, this is the opening.
Yeah. So, anyways, on to the news.
Yep.
Other than that news. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins
got a new demo.
Got a new demo, and it has a March release date.
Oh shit!
And the demo is being memed
because of I Need to Kill Chaos Man.
No, I'm playing the video. There's this girl talking about how she's like, I let the darkness inside of me to try and control chaos, and everyone is standing around her is just dressed normally.
Yeah.
The whole time, and then he just goes, bullshit. And he turns around, he fucking pulls out a smartphone and plays his own exit music. And then it still keeps playing into the next scene.
Yeah, that's rad. But I'm pro this because it's like...
But then someone has already memed the scene.
Of course.
It's them walking away listening to Smash Mouth. It's just... Stranger of Paradise is such a weird fucking game.
I'm happy we're getting a weird remake of Final Fantasy 1, and I'm sure for all the people who like Neo and Dark Souls or whatever that get a new game that's like by the devs of Neo, that's cool. And I'm glad it's Final Fantasy, and I kind of love the weird like early 2010s, late 2000s throwback here.
Yeah.
Because this game next to Gears of War, like you're like, yeah, of course, yes, this is right on the shelf next to Gears of War 1, like 100%. And except this is like even more over the top in a fun way for me, and that's cool.
So the Forspoken devs were there and Just were there.
Yeah, they're just like, hi.
They talked about the magic parkour system, and they were like, yep, cool.
It's gonna be a good video game.
I saw there's this one YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the show called Pre-Game Discharge.
Okay.
And it is like a monthly news wrap up. The guy used to do it weekly for fucking Destructoid. But then he was like, I like this name. Destructoid's not letting me do it anymore, so I'm just going to go over here and do it on my own channel, but like a month every month. And he ripped on fucking Forspoken.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he says like, this game is a tech demo starring a character that goes like, wow, this is freaking epic. It's... And then he played like a clip where she's like, whoa, this is so freaking cool. And it's like, just say fuck, please.
Yeah.
Also, she says fuck in the trailer. Just let her
does
swear.
say fuck. Sometimes you say frick.
Squeenix had more.
Oh.
They featured trailers for Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier,
Oh, the mobile game.
Triangle Strategy, and Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars.
Okay.
And the Final Fantasy kart racing spin-off, Chocobo GP. If you notice there, though...
There's no FF16.
There is no FF16 still.
Because
is this
they're
the
holding
Bayonetta
off
of the fucking Final Fantasy?
I doubt it because that was Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And B... they almost certainly have something. Like, there's been... The Final Fantasy 16 kind of got leaked really early with, like, yes, these people are working on it. This thing's happening right now. And there's been no, like, news from the same people that is, like, there's trouble in development. I think it's just Square is holding off on showing more.
Yeah. Did you see the shit thing for Voice of Cards?
No, I haven't. What thing?
The gameplay.
Yeah.
Trailer,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like,
you're walking around a world which is made of cards, and then you do like card-based, turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it.
It looks fine. Like, it looks...
People were just like popping off about it like it was like a really cool game, and I'm like,
I think it looks cool.
It looks all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Yoko Taro, so I'm sure it's gonna make me fucking cry.
You know what? That's what I thought it was, Yoko Taro. There was another game that they were talking about that I could just mix this up with, where it's like, oh, it's a dungeon crawler, but what you have to do is you just go through squares until you walk over all the squares in an order, and then that's it. I can't remember. Like, the gameplay looks so fucking boring, but everyone was like, this game looks so cool. And it's like, this looks boring as fuck. There's like no graphics in the background. I'll find it in a second, but a Yuden Chronicle Rising gets a gameplay reveal.
Nice.
And who cares anymore? That's it for Square Enix.
Okay.
Monster Hunter Rise.
Yes.
Sunbreak expansion details.
Yeah, so there's a lot more details for Sunbreak. First of all, they were like, we're going to do a Ghosts and Goblins and a Sonic the Hedgehog collab.
Yes. Apparently an Akuma thing, like, its armor set was already in Monster Hunter Rise, but I have not played that game in so long.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, because there's just, like, they weren't announcing any new monsters, and then they weren't talking about the event quest they put in the game. So,
okay. And then there's, hold on, let me just see here. They announced that there's going to be, what is it called? The Master Rank is going to be in the new thing?
G rank.
G rank?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They called it Master Rank, I think, in Monster Hunter World, but it's classically known as G rank.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they did announce it as Master Rank again for this one.
You know what? I think that might be because that translates better than G rank. It's like, what the fuck is G rank?
Grank.
Great rank.
But yeah, so that's going to be in there. They announced that Fatalis is coming to fucking Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Oh,
and the PC port's coming out January 12th.
Yes. Still waiting on any news about cross saves, because that is probably...
You're gonna fucking buy it on PC
I don't
so you
want
can play
to.
it with your boy.
I don't want to, though.
Yeah, but you will.
What do you mean play with my boy? The only boy that the only guy who doesn't have it, who doesn't have a Switch... Stevie doesn't fucking play Monster Hunter.
Oh, I thought it was... No, wait. Anthony you played Monster Hunter with a lot?
Anthony I played Monster Hunter, but I also did play like almost the entire game of Monster Hunter Rise with Anthony on the Switch.
Oh, because World he played with you on PC.
We also played it on PS4. We both did.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we played less together on PC during the story because we were just like, why? We both know what the fuck we're doing. Mm-hmm. We just ran through the whole game like really quickly. And then we did endgame content together.
So do you... Yeah, okay, so maybe you won't get the PC version.
I don't know. I think I would want to because better graphics.
And better frame rates.
Better frame rates. and a wider display.
And getting all the content 2 or 3 months later.
Yeah. That's the part that sucks. Well, I think they did show in the trailer for the PC version. Fuck, what is his name? Like Valtraxis or something? I don't know. The most recent monster they added.
Okay.
The one that you have to hit fucking Hunter rank 100 to even fight is in the PC version at launch, along with the ending of the story. So you are getting up to Monster Hunter Rise 3.0 on the PC version, which is good. That's better than fucking World, but it was more essential for this one. Yeah. Because the story actually doesn't finish until you hit the
one
end.
of the more recent updates.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Did you also see that this wasn't at TGS, but there was a leak from a Korean site that they're remastering the GTA trilogy from the PS2.
They already announced that before.
They didn't announce it.
Yeah, they did. Or the leak was months ago then, because I've known about that possible remaster remake thing for a while. So I remember talking about it in my Discord with some of the guys who really like GTA, and I think one of them was like, "This is going to take away from them making GTA 6," and I'm like, "They're probably not doing it in house, so no."
Also, like, even if they were, the games are they're not remakes, they're remasters.
Yeah,
they don't take 2 years; they take like 6 or 8 months.
Mm-hmm. And then also, it's like you don't need to have the original dev team to make them, especially since Rockstar is an old company and those games are fucking old. Yeah. So odds are, it's not going to be anyone who's ever worked on them doing it.
And also, like, it's like these games are PS2 games. Like, they're not fucking. You don't need to do much to them. Honestly, people will still be happy. Yeah. You know. Oh my god.
What?
This is breaking news.
What?
Good Smile Company, the company who makes Nendoroids, announced a new one. Okay, what do you think it is that I would tell you that I would stop the entire thing to tell you about?
Is it a HoloLive member?
Nope. I wouldn't give a shit because there's been a bunch of them at this point.
I don't know then.
Okay.
Is it Neanners?
No.
Damn it.
It's an Amogus crewmate.
Oh my god. I hate this. I'm skipping a lot of the other news.
Yep.
From this because I like. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Akumi Nakamura is working on a Gungrave sequel.
Ooh, Gungrave.
Dude, honestly, this game does not look great.
Do you like 2000s Edge anime?
This is, and it's dripping with it. Like, the guy shows up, he disintegrates a man with, like, his coffin that he pops out of, and then
it's Gungrave.
He does a backflip over a man's head while snapping his neck with
Gungrave.
One hand, but then the gameplay looks just like, sit there and shoot guns!
Yeah.
It's like, that looks like shit, but I don't know, good for her. That she got work again. And that's, I think, will be by her new studio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Tango Gameworks is developing a new game, whatever.
Yep.
Scarlet Nexus, Eye of the Somnium Files, and Mighty Goose are all available on Xbox Games Pass now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Scarlet Nexus, I played the demo for, and it looked pretty good. And AI the Somnium Files, I've heard is good. I have it on my fucking PS4, and I have not played it. It looks good. It's by the guy who did all the Zero Escape games, and what's the other one that he did? Oh, he did Punchline as well.
The anime?
The anime and the game.
There was a game for Punchline?
Yeah.
Huh. Microsoft has pretty much said that they are trying to get more into the Japanese market, which is not a surprise, but also, like, you guys should have tried this years ago.
They did.
And they failed.
Yeah,
but now they're doing better.
Microsoft says this every time, and it never fucking works.
Well, but then they're doing better at least this time by, having games that are primarily Japanese people games, like the Yakuza franchise.
Yeah.
By getting them on their consoles.
Yeah, but it's not the same, and I'll tell you why. And this is what I'm saying. So one of the things that I find deeply annoying, and yet it was a really great choice by Microsoft to do if you wanted to get Japanese people to play your things, is they had some like really good exclusive Japanese games on 360 early on.
Yeah.
For example, what's that game called? Oh, I feel so stupid. Okay, there was Blue Dragon, and there was the other one by Mistwalker, which is one of the best TTRPGs ever, or not TTRPGs, the JRPGs ever. It's the Last something or the Lost something. Lost Odyssey. That game fucking slaps, and a lot of people are like, that's the real Final Fantasy 13.
The real Final Fantasy 13 is the
friends we made along the way.
And also they are trying to break into the market in the way that they always get wrong, which is Redfall, Starfield, and more will be localized for Japan. So, aka all these super Western RPG games that Bethesda makes they're trying to jam into Japan by having a Japanese voice cast.
I think Skyrim was popular in Japan.
Skyrim was popular everywhere, though.
Yeah.
But it's just the thing where it's like, we don't know what Starfield will be like. Todd Howard is like fucking going like said that this will be the team's largest translation ever with over 300 actors and 150,000 lines of dialogue, but those 300 actors all sound the same.
Yeah.
Like how fucking Skyrim like reuses the same guy for multiple important NPCs. And at one point I think they are in the same room talking to each other.
That's God Coward for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, lots of games reuse voice actors and do it well. Final Fantasy X has a lot of reused voice actors.
Yeah.
Even the main characters will voice a lot of NPCs, but, like, I don't know. The main actors in Final Fantasy X do such a fantastic job that you can actually, like, barely tell.
Well, like, you know how you can tell in something like Young Justice, where they reuse a ton of the voice cast, but then it's like that's because they have a bunch of talented voice actors, like, doing multiple different voices.
Like the Troy Baker characters, like, especially because the most important Troy Baker character is Russian.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're like, who fucking said that?
It's Troy Baker doing a Russian voice, and you can like really tell it's Troy Baker. But also when he's Guy Gardner, he's like just plays like,
hey, I'm from Boston.
I'm fucking no asshole over here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Guy Gardner's ass.
Or like various other fucking Nolan North as well, or fucking Carrie Payton. Like they play Carrie Payton plays two men that have a scene where they talk to each other, and it doesn't sound like the same man just talking back and forth.
Exactly.
Because he does his normal voice, which is more like, cyborg-esque.
Yeah.
And then his Aqualad voice is very like soft spoken.
Yeah, because like, he's Aqualad and he's Black Lightning. I almost said Black Dynamite. Shame on me. I like both characters. Yeah, I think they're both cool.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in our community. My mommy said my daddy's name was Black Dynamite. A lot of cats around here with the name Black Dynamite. Or the all-time best one is when he's like fighting that Asian.
I threw that shit before I came in the room.
Threw that shit before I came in the room.
Fuck.
King of Fighters 15
still exists.
Still exists. They announced that there's an all-new fighter coming to the game.
One new character in a fighting game?
Yeah.
Wow. Did we learn who it was, or just that there was going to be a new character?
Her name is like Ela.
Okay.
She's got blue hair. She looks like...
How is she related to the rest of the cast? Because every new King of Fighters character is
this fighter is a
kid.
rival to Shun-E, who was the previous hero of the King of Fighters 14.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
King of Fighters 14 has like 100 characters in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most impressive thing about King of Fighters, to be honest, is that the game launches with a huge roster.
It's huge roster, and like all the characters feel different enough.
Yeah. But that's also the problem where it's like, there are characters that are just fucking worth. It's like Smash Brothers. There's like there are characters that are just worthless.
Yeah, like don't even touch them. Like Sonic.
Sonic actually is a really good character.
What? I've always been told he sucks ass.
Actually, that was the thing. You know what? I might be wrong. Sonic is a good character when you're playing online.
Oh, because he's fast?
Yeah.
And he fucking erases the ping?
Yeah. No, it was something...
He's King Crimson's it?
There was like... Sonic was getting banned from tournaments during COVID because it was like even if you were on a wired connection, Sonic like fucked up the ping of the game or something. So like you could just like eat your inputs because he hit you once.
Tokyo Tamare.
Yeah. Sweary's The Good Life gets an Xbox exclusive demo.
Cool.
I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, I don't care. But like that game, I'm happy for that game. I'm glad it's coming out this year. I supported it with a large chunk of Monet.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. Some game called Eternal Return is getting a fucking release date and trailer. Who cares?
Who's it by?
No idea.
Okay.
Alongside a brand new gameplay trailer, it was revealed that Eternal Return would be released on October 19th. But I don't
of
even know
this year.
Yeah,
and I have no fucking clue what the game is.
Yeah,
dude.
That's about it. Oh, it looks like a fucking. Oh wait, is this that MOBA fucking? 1 second. Yeah, it's a unique MOBA battle royale survival mix.
Oh.
The 3 buzzword games of the 2010s.
Yikes.
Survival games, MOBAs, and battle royales. What could go wrong from placing them together? Besides fucking everything.
Yeah.
Like, you can put battle royale and survival together because people like Arma. But fucking a MOBA? God, that's...
Oh shit, do you want to talk about some real news?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Yeah, the game looks like shit.
It's supposed to be good, apparently.
I don't know. I just see like there's a character they were showing off where I think it was Lincoln Loud. Mm-hmm. His like baseball bat hit that he does. The hit happens before the animation happens, and it's
that's weird.
Happening with a bunch of other characters as well, where animations are secondary and like the hits come first.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Korra is just fucking Ganondorf.
Korra, yeah, I was gonna say they announced Korra, Aang, and Toph are in the game.
That's a good cat bring in.
Yeah.
To be realistic, when you play Toph, you have to close your eyes. Yeah, I don't know. I saw like a clip of going.
When you play as Toph, characters in the air become invisible.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's people are going like, well, this game looks sick, and it's like I think people are just saying that because it has some aspects of Melee in it. Like you can wave.
Well,
dash.
and the devs did like a really good game before or whatever, right?
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, every stage I see them fight on looks like ass to me.
I don't know. Everybody, all the people who seem to know shit about shit are saying that it looks great, and I don't know shit about shit, so I have no fucking clue.
It doesn't look that great to me.
Mm.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's it sure is in the game.
Fuck, I wanted to show you a trailer for a video game that I found on YouTube that just was so fucking weird.
Yeah,
but I don't
remember
the name of the video game. Hold on.
Well, if you can find it. Aang's busted because he doesn't actually have to land on the ground. He can just fly. How are you going to get an airbender off stage?
True. Okay, I think I found it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna put it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ridiculous ass game.
Alright, while you do that, I'm just gonna go through this one last piece of news.
Okay.
Blue Point Games has been fully acquired by PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Point Games pretty much just does ports and remasters.
And full remakes.
And full remakes, yes.
Of like Shadow of the Colossus and Demon Souls.
Demon Souls, yeah. And they do very well at that.
Yeah.
So hopefully they are finally able to make
their own
totally original game. I did look, they have made one original game.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this game.
You've seen this game?
Yeah, they showed it off at like the last big thing. Dokkaebi?
At Gamescom. Okay,
Yeah.
You saw this. This trailer I just found, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah, I tried to talk to you about it during Gamescom, and you were like, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I'm sorry then.
It was on like
that's
the
my
PC
bad.
game show for some reason or something. It was on like a weirder.
Yeah, it's like it's a Korean MMO.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I was like,
It looks weird, and
looks
it looks like you do
fucking
fucking
insane.
nothing, and then it's like, no, it's Monster Hunter, baby.
it's like, but it's Monster Hunter with like, and every character is like a 10-year-old child.
yeah,
And you're in like a city that's like semi-realistic.
and it looks beautiful.
A gorgeous semi-realistic city, and then you fucking put on rocket skates, and you fucking skateboard on the wall, and you fucking hit things with toy
You
hammers,
can hang glide around as well.
and like you fight cops or whatever. And like, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's a crazy game.
It looks fucking insane.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm sorry that I fucked you over during Gamescom, because it's like,
that's why you gotta watch everything except for the Tokyo Game Show.
I thought TGS would be bigger than Gamescom. It normally is.
I don't think so. Gamescom is always like Gamescom is like actually a second E3.
But TGS usually has like a bunch of shit.
Usually, yes, but Tokyo definitely, like Japan, has not acclimated to like COVID things as well.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
they were at the beginning. They were like,
Yeah, but they
fucking
don't
genius
do
level intellect.
But they don't do like they really don't like the fucking work from home mentality and all that. Like they want people in the office, so they were forcing more people back, but then more people had to take time off, and people were quitting because of like health reasons and shit. So like, where here a lot of Western devs pretty much kept up with like, yeah, things were slowing down, but things have also been like going at the same pace now. Like we're pretty much kind of going back to normal in terms of video game production, because you can just work from home.
Yeah.
There's no reason that you can't. Especially like, then that's what a lot of people are finding out. It's just like, you can just work from home. You don't have to go back to a fucking office. This is stupid.
It can be good. Like, again, having an office can be good because then it's easier to collaborate when you're all together.
If you have a good, for a creative team, I think being inside of an office would be really good. But like the guy who's like, my job is to code a section of the game and I understand how it's supposed to work.
I have to make
Or
the
I
poop
have
come
to-
out of the horse.
Or I have the concept art and I just need to 3D model it. Like that's something you can just do from home. But like a creative team, they probably would want to get together and maybe like discuss the game.
Yeah.
Or like discuss the concepts that they're doing.
Make out.
Yeah, but that's like, Japan sucks. I hate those Japanese.
They stole my daughter.
I'll never forgive them.
So is that all the news? Can you think of anything else?
Masahiro Sakurai is taking a break from Smash Brothers finally and playing his PS5.
Nice.
There's like, he just posted
Did he
like
tweet
a clip.
some shit from his PS5?
No, he tweeted he tweeted that he got like, I guess there's finally SSDs that are coming out that are compatible with the PS5.
Yeah, they I think they started coming out like a few months ago.
Yeah, so he got a 2 terabyte SSD for his PS5, and he posted a picture of like his controller with like a really small like SSD stick on it. And he's like, "This shit's gonna help me out so much." And so people are just like, "Oh, I guess he's actually finally playing games now."
Good for him.
Which he has one last job to do with Ultimate, and then this motherfucker better go work on literally anything else.
Yeah, I think he should take some time.
Yeah. Yeah, he should go. Honestly, if he worked on a Sony game, that'd be pretty cool. Like if Sora was just like, "Bye, Nintendo.
Yeah.
You treated us like shit for quite a while."
I'm gonna make Nerby.
Yeah. I'm gonna go play fucking, I don't know, various games on the PS5. I'm gonna go play Yakuza.
Well, what do we know that he likes?
Titties.
He does enjoy breasts. He's schooling children online on Guilty Gear Strive on the PS5.
Or Melty Blood type Lumina.
Or Melty Blood.
Apparently,
Dude, I don't think he could bring his PS5 into the bathroom.
So apparently, actually, there is something about Melty Blood.
Yeah.
A bad implication of rollback netcode.
Ooh. What?
Yeah, it's very. From what I've heard from professional players like Leffen,
Yeah.
who is a man in Sweden. He is having a rough time where he's having low quality matches. Even
But is it rollback?
It is rollback, yeah.
But it's just like not that great.
It's just badly implemented.
Oh.
Well, it's like how there's other games with rollback that just don't work well. I think like Street Fighter, when they added in rollback,
It didn't work well at the beginning?
it still didn't work. Doesn't work well. He said he literally compared it to like this Type Lumina's rollback is like playing Street Fighter, but like launch Street Fighter.
Oh.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully it is fixable. Hopefully it's not a Tekken situation where Tekken is just like our game is too intense to even try to put rollback netcode in. So maybe see you in Tekken 8.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, apparently, fucking, you were saying Harada doesn't like it, so
They just don't like new concepts they didn't come up with.
yeah. What you gonna do about it when it's Harada though?
Man, what if they fucking were like, all right, you know what? Bandai Namco pretty much developed most of Smash Ultimate. Hey, Harada, would you like to take a break from Tekken and make Smeckin?
Harada
Tekken?
on Smash?
Yeah.
Oh, that game would be ridiculous. That man's fucking wild. What's his phrase that he
Don't
says?
ask me for shit.
Don't ask me for shit.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine fucking that guy running Smash.
Bro, I'm so...
Imagine the guy who put fucking Negan in a Japanese fighting game running Smash.
Since they have announced that there's a Smash Ultimate thing, every fucking day I go check trending on Twitter and Sora's name is trending. It's like, bro...
Well, that's the name of the developer as well.
But they are... I've clicked on it.
Oh.
They are specifically talking about Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And it's like filled with a bunch
I
of...
hate that so many people want it because I want it.
The-
I think that'd be cool. I like Kingdom Hearts.
It's like a lot of... It's like simultaneously people going like, Sora or bust, Sora or like, the game's a piece of shit. But then it's like...
Cloud
people
and
going-
Sephiroth are in the game, and both those characters are in all of the Kingdom Hearts games.
But then it's a lot of people going like, guys, it's probably not going to be Sora. It's probably going to be a character we didn't even think of. Stop doing this because this is what happens every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, you go and you hype up a character.
Like, I would love it.
Find fake leaks on Reddit and 4chan.
I'd love it if Dante or Kiryu or Majima were in the game.
Kiryu would definitely not get in the game.
Right. I would
Dante,
love it.
if we
Dante's not because of the Mii Fighter.
we have to go by Mii Fighter rules because that means Geno is also not happening.
Yeah.
Or Sans, but Sans is actually... That's just Sans.
Yeah.
If you play Mii Gunner, you're playing Sans.
Yeah, like, because you can... Because doesn't it even, like, skin the bullets and stuff? Or no?
That it does that with a bunch of other characters as well. Yeah, Mii Fighter rule...
And they have music. Okay, when the Mii Fighter comes with music, like, that's good.
Yeah.
I wish Dante came with, like...
Oh... That would be sick.
Any music.
I just think it sucks. Like,
Could be
pretty much
subhuman or
every
whatever.
character that I wanted has been deconfirmed by a Mii Fighter.
Because it's Shantae.
Shantae and Dante. So unless they decide to put Nero in or something, like, I don't care.
I would not if they put Nero or Virgil.
You said Virgil. I understand why you would want Virgil.
Because he's cool.
But Nero is absolutely the front runner.
Or V,
Wouldn't
even.
that-
I'd be
that
happy
would
with
suck.
V. I'd be fine with V.
V is a fucking trick character.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
V, with his fucking ridiculous bullshit, might be cool in Smash.
There's like
The character from Astral Chain would be cool, and that's kind of an underground pick. Astral Chain main character, and that would play interesting because you'd send out guys to do fighting for you.
Yeah.
It'd be neat.
Well, it would just be Pokemon. Like Pokemon Trainer.
I think it wouldn't because Pokemon Trainer doesn't punch people.
Oh, but Astral Chain Man does?
Astral Chain Man,
So
you have a stick.
You
can have
ice
a
climbers.
stick. It would be kind of like Ice Climbers, but if you could send one Ice Climber forward as a stand, but then also hit people with a stick if they get close to you.
I've heard because of Sakurai playing fucking PS5, there's people who've thrown out Kratos, and it's like Kratos is not.
Do you think Sony would let that happen? No.
I don't think they want Kratos in because
Kratos was in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
But no, it's not the reason why. It's because Kratos is in a rated M game.
They have other rated M characters.
Yes, but that's the weird thing. Did I talk to you about this?
What?
Did we go over this and then you said I don't think that's true? Or was that me talking to Anthony? I don't know. I was talking. The reason why when they announced that the Dragonborn was coming to, like when they showed that you can play as the guy, the Dragonborn.
Yeah, well, any M-rated
Skyrim.
character, they say Super Smash Brothers Cross, and then it's the character's name, not
Yeah. So you
not the
couldn't
game
put. So putting Kratos into the game would have to bump up the rating to a rated M.
But they didn't do that with Bayonetta.
Bayonetta is a weird outlier, and we can't talk about her.
They didn't do that with Persona 5, a rated M game.
Nope, Persona 5 is rated T.
Both my copies of Persona 5, regular and Royal, have been loaned out. But P5 and P5 Royal are both rated M.
Rating ESRB. I don't know. It's kind of cut off there. It says 17, but that might just be like 17s or whatever.
There's 17s are the main characters of the game, yeah.
Yeah. Are all Personas rated M?
Nope. 5 was the first one that was rated M.
I'm going to go look at the Joker trailer right now and see if it says Smash Bros. Cross Persona 5 or Cross Persona.
Or Cross Joker, you mean?
No, I'm pretty sure this one did say Persona.
I don't think it said the cross in the Joker trailer. I think it just had Joker in it.
Persona Smash.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of other characters in M-rated games that are in that.
Yeah, Bayonetta is like the absolute outlier for real.
Yeah.
Because it's like her name is also the name of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they usually, I don't know. They usually have like a little logo for the game.
Oh yeah, it specifically says Joker from Persona 5. So
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Japanese law or something where it's maybe we're going by the ESRB, but I don't think the Japanese don't use the ESRB ratings.
No, they use Sero.
Yeah, so maybe it's Zero ratings. Maybe Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim is rated like 18 plus in Japan, but then maybe Persona is like a teen game or something.
Yeah, or it's like lower on Sero. I think there's like D is the highest on Sero or something.
Oh, for dicks, because there's dicks in the game, baby.
Duke Nukem in Smash.
Duck Nukem.
I'm gonna rip off your neck and faint at the sight of blood.
Persona 5 it has a C rating, which is for 15 and up. So
okay.
aggressive T.
So yeah, since Devil May Cry, all those games are M.
I would say those ones are a D.
Those would be more higher rated than they would be more adult. Same with Bayo, obviously, because she's like, ooh, I'm like a fucking celebrity in this town.
Yeah.
And she says, I like having consensual sex with people. And Japan's like,
Especially
how dare you?
Especially Jin.
Japan's like, consensual sex in my anime?
Consensual
Never.
sex between two women? Not allowed.
Not even
Where's
just
the
women,
penis?
dude. Name the last anime you've seen that has consensual sex between two people.
Horimiya.
What? Okay, what? I don't know that one.
It is a show about what?
How long ago did you watch it?
Last year.
Okay.
It's a slice of life.
Okay.
But about this kid who was like borderline probably would have killed himself. Meets up, but like outside of school, he has like tons of like in school he looks like the hentai protagonist. Like, you know, his hair is constantly like covering his eyes. He's always fully covered up. He's very like stringy and shitty looking. Yeah. But then he's outside of school. He like hot boy transformation and looks like a goth kid in Japan. Where he's got like a nose piercing that has a chain that connects to his ear piercing. He's got like snake bites. He's got tattoos all up his arms and shit. But he's like 16 years old.
What a badass.
And it's like it's a show about like like letting your true feelings out sort of thing.
Yeah.
So he meets this girl who she's like the popular smart girl in school. But she is like, because her parents are both very busy people and don't come home like on time, she has to play mother for like her 5 or 7-year-old brother or something. So then he finds out that she is like looks like this teen mom when she leaves school, and she finds out that he looks like this punk dude. And the little brother likes him, so he comes over to play all the time, and his family runs a bakery, so he keeps bringing them sweets. Eventually, they hook up. They get together. It's like a really cute little romance thing or whatever, where they, like, this girl blatantly says her kink is getting hit. Like, she just goes, like, slap the shit out of me, bro. Damn. I love that. But they, in, like, the 9th or 10th episode or something, they just fully have sex.
Okay. So that's uncommon in anime.
It's incredibly uncommon, and I read all the discourse about it. People were so mad that two 16-year-olds had consensual sex.
That's so dumb. But even, like, with stuff with adults, like, they might imply at it, but they never actually, like, have it be outright.
It's like they're both... It's obviously, like, not like, you know, you're watching a fucking anime and you just see, like, pounding.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, even, like, the kind of sex scenes that you see in regular TV shows that are live action, like tame shit, two people in bed together, like that, like really tame shit rarely happens in anime. Like
in Ted Lasso, you can see a man go down on his girlfriend twice in like one episode. And it's a good joke, and I'll talk about it later.
I was gonna say, like, but like I don't know that many. Like, Berserk has consensual sex at one point, and it also has a lot of rape.
Yeah,
because that's,
it has
like,
consensual sex with a character who, a couple chapters later, gets raped,
and the other character, many chapters earlier, got raped.
Yes, and it is rough.
And it's the consensual sex is great, and it's like,
well, it can be rough.
Yeah, it was.
No, I mean, like, you can have rough sex and it can still be great.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't think it was, because they're both people that their exterior hardness encases an interior softness.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Berserk's actually great, and like it's like most of the rape that's portrayed in Berserk is well portrayed. Like, it's not like gross. It's not Goblin Slayer.
I was gonna say that. It's not Redo of Healer, where he takes like a piping hot iron and shoves it in a girl's pussy.
Love that.
Yeah,
that's great.
Honestly, apparently that show is pretty good, but like also it's like sexual violence against women is super annoying.
Yeah,
because it's always used as like a fucking like attention grabber sort of thing.
Yeah,
like fucking, or what was it, Rising the Shield Hero, where they used it as like
he's accused of rape.
Yeah, but he actually didn't do anything. But it's like women are just cunts.
Yeah,
who take advantage of men.
That, like, Rising of the Shield Hero, I feel, again, like, the way that show's written makes me feel like the person who wrote it is like a bad person. And I don't say that about most things, because it's like, we can write anything and it can be whatever. That specifically, I'm like, I think that guy might have actually raped him.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah. But then it's like, oh, that dude might just be totally normal, unlike the dude who wrote Act Age.
Yeah.
Who is a fucking pedophile.
Piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I was talking to George about that. I was like, fucking some anime on the podcast when I had George on. I was like,
that was an unfortunate one, because apparently that show was like, Act Age was loved. People really liked that series,
and it's just over.
And it was like going to be an anime, and people were like, this is going to be the anime of the fucking year. The show is phenomenal.
The reason why me and George were talking about it is apparently George is a big fan of Rurouni Kenshin. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Because that guy.
Hey man, at least he turned around and did the thing that.
At least he turned around and didn't go to jail, and then kept writing the manga.
Well, the manga's pretty much been over for years.
Well, he kept writing whatever manga he was working on.
Yeah, but he did,
and kept making money on the movies, and
he still he had a ton of child porn.
Yeah,
and that's bad. But he turned around and snitched on his distributors.
Yeah, you're right.
So he got like, it was like, this one guy didn't go to prison for being a fucking monster, had all his child porn taken away, but he turned around and got rid of 100 other pedophiles.
True, but it's still really bad.
It's still bad, yes. Also, Rurouni Kenshin is one of those where it's like,
apparently really good.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, you can kind of, like, you know, when there's something wrong with an artist, it's like, oh, look at all these lolly characters that just happen to be like, I was 12 when I got turned immortal, and my body never grew, but my mind did, so that means you can have sex with me.
I didn't know Rurouni Kenshin had that in it.
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
His Rurouni Kenshin, as a standalone story, doesn't have any fucked up shit in it.
Yeah.
it doesn't have any of those fucking like gross
It's
tropes.
apparently just like a cool samurai type deal.
But then it's like you got the other guys where it's like you are a borderline pedophile, bro.
Yeah.
Like the guy who does fucking like the Dragon Maid one. There was something wrong with that dude.
Yeah, that guy's fucked up.
Like
that
the show,
anime's mostly fine from what I've seen. Like mostly fine. There's a little bit.
There's some rough stuff.
Yeah.
Like I really hate the new girl they added in the second season, and she's like one of the reasons I stopped reading the manga.
Yeah.
But like there's some really good stories in the second part of the show, because like the first part it's like, whoa, it's just like silly slice of life with this like hypersexualized dragon,
but she's fine with it, and she's like doing it to herself.
She's trying to arouse her fucking like master. She wants to be with
this woman.
Yeah,
so it's
she
like,
wants to eat her.
It's
out
like
so
I don't
badly.
feel bad. Like I'm not like, oh, this is gross.
Yeah,
because it's like the character wants to do sex.
Then there's Kana, who her design, it just feels like it looks
very
like you tried.
Like
it's very lollybait. It's like yes, she is a child. They treat her like a child in the show, but her design is lollybait.
Yeah, I think that's the director and writer of the show probably being better than the mangaka on that, because I think one of them is a woman.
Yeah,
either the director or the writer of the show. And so I'm like, maybe that's that.
And then they have the fucking. Then they have.
I think it's cute that the other girl is in love with Kana, the little girl. They're both children.
Yeah,
that's cute.
It is kind of.
I'm fine with that.
It does get a little bit like a bit too, like adult.
Does it get like fuck her armpits, dude? Oh shit.
No. But there is definitely like there's a moment in one of the fucking things where they're like hanging out together and they're like play wrestling, and it looks like that fucking thing where it's like if these were two teenagers, it'd be like, oh, this is the moment where they like go for it. But it's two children and she's on the ground having these thoughts, and I'm just like, this is too adult for two children to be engaging in. And then you have
the like them kissing bit where she's like, oh, I want her to kiss me. That's like cute, but that's enough. That's their kids. Then
the fucking then you have the two I don't know, they're like two gay guys.
Oh yeah.
Well, like they're not actually, but
they're roommates.
They're roommates, and it's
her coworker and the
dragon who likes
guy
to hoard
who's
things,
an
and then he discovers otaku things and starts to hoard them.
Yeah,
it's a really funny idea. Then we get into the rough. Lokua, the Quetzalcoatl, who is now this like 6 foot tall fucking G-cupped woman who is just all over this 12-year-old boy.
Ugh. That's like, that's exactly what I was gonna say. The show's mostly good except for that. Like, that's the worst part of the show. And then apparently season 2, it's worse.
Then in the second season, they add in this other character, and she's supposed to be like the same age as Toru, but she's more childish. They're like 50, but in terms of dragon years, they're like 18. Like if you did the thing, so like technically she's legal, but she's like very short. She's like the same height as Kana, but her tits are the size of her entire torso.
I hate that shit.
And she all she wears is like a fucking like t-shirt and panties. That's it. Shit. I hate it so much. Like Lukua's tits were already huge, and they are almost going to her waist level. Yeah, but that's just a woman with huge tits. This is a child with huge tits. Yeah, I hate it.
It's gross.
And then there's like, and then she goes to work at like a sweet shop, and there's like a 16 or 17-year-old boy who's like in his third year of school, and he's like, oh, she's like promiscuously innocent, and he's like, God, this woman has huge tits. It's just like, I hate it. It's like the one relationship in the show, like both Lukua and Shota. It's just like, hey, that's just a hyper aggressive woman. You don't even know if she's actually being sexual. She's just like a weirdo.
I know
it's definitely
fucked up.
But like, that's
his name's fucking Shota, dude.
Yeah, I know.
His name's Shota. Like they know what they're fucking doing.
I think and then the fucking like big boob drag. Like I will defend like Uzaki forever because that show's actually good.
Which one?
Uzaki-chan. The one where also it's a short woman with huge tits, but she's like 5'3".
Yeah, she's like
she's just
a
short
small
stack.
adult.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then you see her family, and it's like, oh no, everyone in her family's like this.
Yeah, she's just like biologically they're short.
But she's biologically short and biologically has massive bazongas.
There's
but
like
she is
people
also,
like that in the real world.
She is
like 20 something.
She's
right?
20 years old because she can drink. She
goes to a bar and has to
with her senpai.
Yeah.
And he is 21. And up until chapter 70 or something, chapter like 65 of the manga, has no interest in her. And then it's like the switch gets flipped. And now recently he's finally been like, I love you. Yeah. It's honestly like a really sweet series.
Yeah.
It's just that her design just got the...
big titties.
Those Twitter SJWs up in a tizzy.
I can't believe my friend could have such titties.
Yeah.
That's the name of the book.
Yeah. There is so many worse shows in Japan that you can actually rail against and try and fucking like convince people to boycott.
I don't think that many people were actually cheesed about this show. I think you just saw it.
I follow a lot of artists on Twitter and I follow normal artists and I also follow fucking perverts. So it's like they both came together and the normal artists were just like, hey, you shouldn't really change someone else's design because you don't like it a bit. Like, you just ignore it, don't engage with the media. And then the perverts are just like, I've seen women like this in real life. Mm-hmm. And I stare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst one is anyone where people date their sisters.
Yeah.
Which is too many.
Or like cousin.
I've seen more shows with fucking incest in them than consensual sex, to bring it back to the beginning of the fucking anime conversation.
Fucking Uzaki came out like a year after Eromanga Sensei, and
which is
no one fucking yelled about that one.
Everybody yelled at that one. It was big. But it was like it was like a meme.
I wasn't paying attention at the time.
Okay, I was paying attention. That's why
I'm saying in anime communities. But
in the anime community, that show became a fucking.
But now anime, like over the course of quarantine, anime has pretty much become just like
mainstream
proper mainstream shit.
Like since 2013, it's been going that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's
it was like it was on the it was on the rise.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened and everyone got locked inside and they're like, I have to fucking do something. I don't have any.
Like,
I'm not
I guess
gonna watch
I'll
The
watch
Office
800 episodes of One Piece.
Yeah. Well, good fucking decision. One Piece is sick.
I didn't do that. I instead have found many different things to distract me at many different times to become fully obsessed with.
Yeah. Well, watching
Currently,
One Piece in terms of watching like a long-running TV series.
Yep.
One Piece is probably like one of the best options if you wanted to watch something really long.
Yeah.
Like Naruto is okay, but at least One Piece is straight quality. Where Naruto is like,
what are we defining as long? Let's just like
500 episodes.
500 episodes. Okay.
Or so I would say the entirety of Dragon Ball plus Dragon Ball Z, because I think that actually only clocks at like 400. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to count that.
I would say
400.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? 300. That's where I'm actually going to stop. 300 episodes.
Because I feel like a long show is any show over 50 to me.
Really?
Yeah. With over 50
saying,
episodes.
Okay, but are we talking long. All TV shows? Because I'm thinking just anime.
I was thinking anime too. That it's like over 50 episodes is like long. So that would be like not even the original Gundam is long.
Yeah.
As somebody who watched all of it, because it's like 47 episodes or something like that. Like Zeta is exactly 50 episodes.
I wouldn't say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is long, and that has 64 episodes.
64. Okay. All right. So let's say over 150.
If you watch an episode, yeah, fine, 150 is fine.
Okay.
That's a good medium.
Because I would say
then original Dragon Ball just counts as long by itself.
Yeah, and same with Z, right?
Z is over 200 episodes.
Yeah.
I think Z is either 200. It's either 267 or 291. I always get the number wrong.
That's fine. You don't need to know the exact number.
I believe Dragon Ball Kai is like 150 episodes.
So then that would make it just barely.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Dragon Ball Super is only 120.
I think that would make JoJo qualify if we keep it at 150.
First season was 24 episodes, which is part 1 and part 2.
Yep.
Second season was 48 episodes.
Yeah.
Third season was 44.
Third season, or no. Part 4 was the longest. I think it was just over 50.
And then part 5 was like 44
30 something.
episodes.
I thought it was like 39.
God damn it! I'm just gonna fucking look.
I think part 5 was 39. And then part 6 is coming out in December at the start, at least.
Yeah. We're just getting closer and closer to the fucking
CGI horses.
CGI horses, but also the scene where Jiro and Johnny are yelling at fucking Hot Pants, and he's like, Jiro leans over and he's like, Johnny, tell him to eat shit and fall off his horse. Hey. And then Johnny's like, you do it. Eat shit and fall off your horse.
That's great.
Yeah. I love that's such a good that's a
good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here, help me with this math here.
Yep.
26.
Okay.
48.
26 plus 48 is 70 something.
74.
74.
Okay. Now here's the real question.
Yep.
Part 4 is 39 episodes, but it has 4 OVAs.
Are you counting like the spoke Kishiburo?
That's what the OVAs are, yeah.
Okay.
You want to just do the episodes?
Let's just do the episodes.
39, I think that puts us just over 100.
39 plus 74, that puts
113.
us... Yeah.
And then plus another 39.
Okay, so then that puts us over 150.
Yeah. Congratulations, JoJo. You made it.
You're a long show.
Stone Ocean, because it's on Netflix, is considered an original net animation.
An ONA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. I think that's fucking...
They have some... It's a fucking TV series, man. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like, hopefully that means every episode has fucking OVA budget, but that doesn't probably mean that.
It could look like it.
We don't know yet. I hope so.
It's crazy actually that like the recent One Piece like shit that they've got going on, is like top tier animation for some fucking reason.
Yeah, OVAs always have like the best fucking animation.
Yeah, well, it's because they put like a 5-episode budget into like one 20-minute episode,
and that's why Gundam looks so good every fucking time now, because almost every show is an OVA, or a movie, and that's why it's like, I'm gonna fucking nut.
Weeks.
Yeah, let's talk about the weeks.
I did not watch Visions again.
I was like, Ian's gonna have watched Visions because I talked to him about it last week, so I need to finish Visions.
Yeah, no, I watched some Nelson's Bed.
That's so funny. Okay, well, I'll talk about. I took like short notes about Visions, so I'm just gonna do that, and then you're gonna have to wonder what the fuck it all means.
All right.
No, okay. So I watched all of Star Wars Visions this week, and my god, that show fucking slaps. I think it's really cool. There's 9 episodes by 7 studios, something like that. I don't know. Excuse me. And so I'm going to give a little review of all of them because they're all technically little short films. Okay? So
there's too much Japanese elements in them.
Yeah. Well, okay. In 9 episodes, they introduce... Okay. In 9 episodes, guess how many Planet Japans they introduce?
Oh, 12.
Okay. All right. Well, you can't... It was 5. 5 of 9 episodes feature a Planet
hoping
Japan.
It was more.
No. Damn it. You fucking highballed me and now it sounds less fucking weird.
5 is still fine, though.
5 is too many, arguably. But it's funny. It's fine. So the first episode's The Duel, which is like a cool like black and white with some color CGI fucking samurai duel. That's like... It's like almost beat for beat at points, like the Mustafar fight from episode 3.
Yeah.
Which is rad. Second episode, Tatooine Rhapsody, is about a literal punk band.
Ooh.
Playing literal punk music in Japanese in Star Wars, which is kind of cool. A lot of people dismissed it as being like the most for kids episode, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was rad.
Well, just because it's for kids doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah, but people are like, this is lame, and there shouldn't be a band trying to play a show to keep together. And I'm like, Star Wars, like, is not... Nothing in Star Wars is more adult than that. Like, you're just weird about this. And it's mostly the art style, because everyone kind of is short.
Yeah. Like,
when you see Boba Fett, you're like, oh, okay, so the main character isn't a child. They're just all tiny like this. In this art style. Then there's The Twins, which is the first Trigger episode, and it's the one done by Imaishi. Imaishi. You know him. Kill Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That episode's probably one of my faves. It's fucking insane. It's so good. Who cares if you can breathe in space? That's fine. That's fine, dude.
Yeah.
You can ride on the outside of an X-Wing. Yeah, that's chill. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
Lightsabers can become fucking 8-arm whips. That's fine. You can use a lightsaber and go into light speed to do the thing from episode 7, but by cutting an entire fucking Star Destroyer in half. That's fucking awesome. It's so cool. It's fucking ridiculous. He stands outside the X-Wing with no helmet on, and he cuts a fucking spaceship in half with a lightsaber.
He just holds his breath. It's fine.
Yeah. It's so good, dude. It's like pure fucking trigger insanity by the end, and it's awesome. It is great.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Eat shit, loser. This is Star Wars. None of these are canon, which I think is they announced that. Them announcing that, I think, is cowardice on Disney's part. Yeah. You should have said nothing and just been like, well, it's up to you, because I want to believe that that's canon, even though it's kind of ridiculous that it happened. Because fuck it. It's Star Wars. It should be a cartoon sometimes. The Village Bride was actually like a really good episode. It's not by a studio that I'm like familiar with the works of.
Yeah.
But it was really like sweet and interesting, and it was fun. Also takes place on a planet Japan. The Duel and the Village Bride both take place on planet Japan. What?
It's the fucking Scott Freerix posted fucking one of the Stranger in Paradise videos with the phone, but he just goes, bullshit. 1 second.
Bullshit.
It's so simple.
Do you know what's even more funny though?
What?
Honestly, that you didn't show is him doing that, and you hear it from the perspective of everybody else, where you hear the new metal music really, really quiet through his headphones. And he walks away, and everybody just sees it like...
Well, because he's not listening to headphones.
Oh.
He has a hood on. He literally
Wait, he's playing it out of his phone.
He's playing it out of his phone out loud. So fucking...
Okay, so mix it.
Actually,
like it's coming out the phone speaker. That'd be fucking
That's what he did. That's what he did with the body yaddy.
That's funny.
And I don't want to play it again because,
Copyright.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, okay, after the Village Ride was the Ninth Jedi, which is basically the Hateful Eight, but in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which is neat. But it's also... Like, it's a really cool episode. It's by the guy who did the Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex TV shows. But it feels like it's a pilot for a TV show. Like, the end is like, and then let's go save your dad and maybe save the world. That's the end of this movie. Like, it's like, okay, well, do you want to make a TV show? I would watch it, but it does kind of take away, kind of like how Mandalorian Season 2, every episode being a fucking pilot for a TV show kind of took away from it.
Yeah, especially when some of those pilots were like, wow, this looks like shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about Boba Fett and this other lady.
Yeah. So it's like that does take away a little bit from it, where it's like, oh, this is just like them trying to get a TV show out of this episode. But it's still really cool. Like, I really liked the Ninth Jedi episode. If you watch the English dub, Simu Liu plays the main character's dad.
Nice.
I watched all of these in Japanese, just because it felt weird. I don't know why. Like, I watch a lot of actual anime in English dubs, but I don't know. For this, I watched it all in Japanese for some reason.
It's like watching Rurouni Kenshin in fucking English. It's like, this is incredibly Japanese. Like, something like Samurai Champloo, I can get away with it.
Yeah.
Because Samurai Champloo is like, yeah, it's a historical fucking time period, but hip hop is everywhere, so who cares?
Yeah. And then like Cowboy Bebop, it's like it's in space, and also
it's in the future.
Characters are like kind of canonically speaking English
Kill la
most
Kill,
of the time.
That's in Japan.
Yeah. But apparently
Gurren
the dub's
Lagann,
great.
That's in fucking the future.
Yeah.
It's on an alien world, probably.
Attack on Titan, you should only be watching the English dub, because there's only one character that's Asian in that entire show.
Yeah.
They're all the rest of the characters are Nazis.
2. Levi and Mikasa are like
Wait, Levi's not Asian?
He is, yeah, but they have Mikasa Ackerman and Levi Ackerman. They're like distant relatives.
Oh.
They had like the same grandma or something. I can't remember actually. I remember actually knowing it.
Because nobody points out that Levi is Asian, but everybody points out that Mikasa is.
Yeah. Well, because they're like every white dude that sees her goes like, oh, my submissive Japanese queen.
So the next episode was TOB1, which is like Astro Boy. Like it's fully like Astro Boy in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's really sweet. I liked it a lot. It's such a nice story. It's by Science Saru, which is the Masaki Yuasa's company, but he didn't direct either of the episodes they did. But yeah, they did a great job there. Yeah. The Elder is the other Trigger one, and it's kind of the weakest samurai one.
Yeah.
Of them. It's just kind of like, and it's not super in Trigger's style as well, like the Twins is, where it's like the Twins is like Trigger.
The Twins looks like Promare.
The Twins is Promare. Like you see in the
it looks like Leo Fontaine.
Yeah. But yeah, this one's like, it's cool, but it's like it's less cool than the other ones that are like samurai styled.
You know what pisses me off now that I thought about it? Brand New Animal is so fucking good, but no one talks about it anymore.
That show's great.
It's so good, and it's like, oh, I don't want to be a furry, and it's like, shut up, you watch Beastars.
Beastars is also good. Like one,
I'm not saying that, but if you can like,
yeah,
Brand New Animal at least is like.
Brand New Animal is more of an action type deal,
but also it's like a Kimi no Meme or something, some shit, where it's like what the fucking Hololive girls are, the ones that are animals, where it's like they have ears, but they're mostly still humanoids, but where like they turn into animals, but they're like,
but they can also turn back into people.
They're but even when they turn into animals, they're like in a humanoid form.
Yeah.
Like the guy who is a dolphin or a beluga or whatever, like that mob boss guy, he turns into one, but he still stands on two legs. It doesn't disappear for some reason, actually. His daughter's does, but his doesn't. Mm-hmm. His daughter, who's like the seal girl.
Yeah.
Who gets like gets a racist attack on her.
Yeah.
She loses her legs, but her dad doesn't for some fucking reason. Like, But Beastars is just like, that's an animal.
Beastars, they're more animal.
Yeah. The Beastars, like, they're all in fursuits. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously not, because they look like people.
Yeah.
Where fursuits look like mascots, but yeah. Anyways, go on.
Okay, so the Elder's cool. Speaking of furry, or Elder's cool, but it's like one of the less good ones. But speaking of furries, the next one was Lop and Ocho, which is like one of the best ones. Yeah. It's like Lop and Ocho, Akakiri, and the Twins are my three faves. Lop and Ocho is like takes place on planet Japan, but it's planet Japan that's like kind of cyberpunky, whereas like the Empire has like come into this planet, like the planet was like kind of behind, and now they like brought technology, but they're
Neo Tokyo is about to explode.
Exactly, it's cool, and like there's this, it's a very samurai-y at points, but it's like also like very aware of its position in like futuristic, which is fun. And it's just like a really good story. It also feels kind of like a pilot, but in a good way, where it's like the Ninth Jedi feels like a pilot, and I'm like, oh, they could make this into a show. They seem like they want to, and I would watch it because it's pretty good. But Lop and Ocho is like, I need to see what happens with these characters. Like, I want to see more of them because the story's really fucking good. And the animation's fantastic. It's by a studio who's only done like one other thing that I'm aware of. Which was Kokaku, which is on Amazon Prime, and that's a pretty cool show. Yeah. And then Akakiri is the fucking best one. It's also a samurai one, but it's like really fucking good. It's by Science Saru as well, and this is like, it's got a neat art style. It's got like, I hate how every samurai thing gets called like Akira Kurosawa, but this is the one that's like actual Kurosawa. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like fucking every samurai fucking thing is like, oh, Kurosawa, and it's like, no, this is not like the themes of a Kurosawa movie. Like, this is just a thing with a samurai in it. Like, that is the similarity. Whereas this is like thematic and interesting and a character piece, and the characters are kind of defined by how they move and how they like talk to each other, and there's like legitimately like clear homage being paid to the Hidden Fortress, like, which is the movie that inspired Star Wars. And the ending's fucking great. Like, and it's like sad and great and cool. And it's the last episode of the series, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need to see these characters anymore. This is a fucking complete ass story, but like, fuck, it's good. Like, I want to see Visions get a season 2 because I think that'd be good. But I especially also want La Pinocha to be its own show because I want to fucking know what happens to those characters because they're cool.
Okay.
But yeah, Star Wars Visions is great, and you should check it out if you're interested in anime.
I don't know. I think you just spoiled the whole thing for me, so I don't think I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, I spoiled the entire show by only going into depth on like 2 of the episodes.
On the summary of every episode.
I didn't even summarize most of the episodes. Like, I didn't say anything about some of them. Like the twins, I spoiled like what happens, but I don't say any of the characters. To be fair, you don't need to know shit about the twins. All it is that like 2 characters have a fight. Is the story.
The twins is fucking Space Patrol Luluco.
Yeah.
Like, who cares what the story is?
Yeah.
It just looks cool.
Yeah. Like, the twins is like the most ridiculous non-canon bullshit you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And it's wonderful. I would watch more of the twins as a show as well. It does end like on a I wonder what happens to these characters type deal. But I don't give a shit. Like, I would watch it because fucking Trigger. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm gonna watch their Cyberpunk show, but I don't like care about Cyberpunk that much.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, that show's probably gonna be sick. You know? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay, what do you want to fucking talk about? You're gonna talk about your Apple TV Plus?
Yeah, I totally have that. I wrote that I watched Ted Lasso season 1.
But you actually watched both seasons.
I did watch both seasons because that show is so good.
Yeah.
It is like from what started as a joke commercial to pimp that the Premier League was being aired on NBC became like an actually like heartfelt, like well thought out show.
Yeah.
Like,
I've heard Ted Lasso is the most the like best adaptation of Superman.
You saw that too?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's fucking true.
Yeah.
He's a fucking he's like a good old boy from fucking Kansas. And who's just like sits there and he's just like just does nothing but be positive and try and uplift people. And then like the one time he gets like angry, he does it as like a joking character. Well, like it feels like a joke where he's like running around and screaming at everyone, and Coach Beard and Nathan are just sitting there going like, okay, this is weird. Well, Coach Beard's like, I know what he's doing. He's being Led Tasso. This show is just so well done. The characters are like all very good, fun people. Mm-hmm. Like because like a lot of the first season is about Ted trying to instill his concepts of teamwork and positivity into the team, but the team is filled with like a bunch of dickheads.
Yeah.
So specifically, the character.
It's soccer, right?
No, it's football.
I don't fucking care.
But it's soccer.
Yeah.
So there's these 2 kids. The 2 main assholes on the team is this dude named Roy Kent, who's played by Brett Goldstein, who is a writer on the show, who has a very funny story about him getting cast as the character.
Yeah.
And the young up-and-comer, this 23-year-old kid named Jamie Tart, who is like, and he fucking thinks he's God's gift to soccer.
Yeah.
And he acts like that, where like that was Roy when Roy was young. So now Roy has to be like this old asshole who like tries to keep this dude in line and stop him from being a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. But like, they are just so funny together. Like, they just fucking hate each other at all times. Like, the guy gets like tripped up one time, or the guy like fucks up and he's like, it's embarrassing. And Roy Kent's like, I think it's funny. In fact, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And Step Brothers is my favorite movie. And this is funnier. But the guy who plays him, Brett Goldstein, he was actually a writer on the show, and they were like 5 episodes deep, and he's like sitting there reading the character of Roy, and he's like, I think this is me. I think I should play him. So like they all went back for like, they all took a break, like took a week off or something, and he went home and filmed a bunch of scene as Roy. Like him doing, because he's like a normal talking man, but then but Roy's like, he fucking talks like this the whole time.
Yeah.
He's like very like
Jason
gruff.
Statham.
Yeah. So then he sends an email with like the clips, and he's like, "Hi, I think Roy's in me, but if you think this is shit, just ignore it. We'll act like it never happened." And he got like an email back from like all the writers to get collectively, and they were just like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't think we need to look anymore. This is good." So that's how he gets the fucking role.
That's funny.
But like this, it's the show starts as like, why did they get this foolish man to be there as their team?
Because he's actually great.
No, because Hannah Waddingham's character, the boss, I can't remember her actual name right now.
Yeah.
She wants the team to fail because she acquired the team in the divorce of her ex-husband, who her ex-husband is played by Anthony Head.
Oh, from Buffy?
Yeah. I didn't know that, but we were watching it. Yeah, we were watching it in Discord last night.
Yeah.
And he shows up, and
I'm guessing Destiny was like...
No, Destiny wasn't there anymore. She went to sleep. Dan was like, Giles!
Because I feel like she said she loved Buffy.
I think she might have. I don't know. Can't remember everything she says.
Listen, I take special interest when girls say they're into Buffy because I like Buffy.
Yeah, the show's like she wants the team to fail because he loves this. That was like his thing. He really loved the team. So she hires Ted as like this outside guy who knows nothing, so that he would fail.
But he's actually great.
So like the first half of the season is her like conspiring, trying to start drama, but Ted is just such a genuine man.
Yeah.
That no one wants to hurt him. There's this one dude, his name's Trent Krim of The Independent. He introduces himself like that every fucking time he's in an episode.
Yeah.
So they do it's like the third episode where he goes to do like a profile on Ted. He's like going around, he's like trying to like just be like, you don't know fucking soccer. You're a piece of shit. And Ted's just like, yeah, I don't know soccer, but you know what I do know? Teamwork. And how to make a team work well. And then like it just goes through. They go to like this fucking Indian place like for dinner. And the reason Ted went there is because the guy who was like his driver when he first got to the UK told him that his family runs an Indian restaurant. So he went to the Indian restaurant and he's like, make it like I'm family. And of course he gives him the spiciest food ever. And then Ted sits there and muscles through it. Like a 5-course meal of like the spiciest Indian food you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just writes this whole story about how like Ted Lasso is a man that you can hate all you want, but you will fucking root for him because he's amazing. Then Coach Beard is like, did you see the thing where like Coach Beard is Batman?
Oh, yeah.
He's like a weird genius who's like very quiet, but then when he talks, it's like meaningful. Yeah, it's a really good show. Fucking Bill Lawrence knows how to executive produce things.
Yeah.
Like that man.
He's been around for a while.
He shows, if he touches something, it turns out to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, Scrubs, Clone High, Cougar Town, other show I can't remember right now. Yeah, it just does a really good job. And the show goes interesting places. What are you looking at?
Sorry, I'm looking at the group chat.
With Blake's fucking one-man stand-up routine there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny. I like him.
No, he's awful. He's just the worst.
You know he's going to listen to this, right?
I'm sure he will.
Just kidding. He never listens to the podcast because he's a terrible friend. Just kidding. He does not listen to the podcast, but not because he's a terrible friend. I need to put it out there. I don't expect my friends to, but I like it when my friends do because I want them to think I'm cool.
Yeah. Oh, also in the second season of the show,
yeah,
they find out there's this young black dude from Nigeria on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very much like a dude from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So he talks about he's trying to like do a brand deal so he can get free plane tickets so his family can come see him play, so his mother and father can come see him play.
Yeah.
And he does it for, I believe, a made up airline.
Yeah.
Called Dubai Air. And
okay, I think there's one kind of like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, because they do some slander in a second.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then his father sends him this like long. He's like all proud. He's like, I just did this so that my family can do this. I'm like, really making it. And his father sends him like this fucking email back about how Dubai Air is owned by like some oil fucking company that is currently destroying the like environment in Nigeria.
Oh.
And so he like asked to be pulled off the team, and then he's like pissed because he's like, I almost got taken advantage of. Like I almost became a corporate slave. And then they take the fucking, like they all take black tape.
Yeah.
And they and Dubai Air is a major sponsor for the team. And they put it across and black it out. And then he's like sitting there, and the other black guys are like, "Give us the tape. I'm joining in."
Yeah.
And that dude who was an asshole in the first season,
yeah,
he's trying to like be good with the team and be friendly. So he's like the first guy not related to be a Nigerian who stands up. He's like, "Give me the tape."
Yeah.
And he does it, and it becomes this whole like beautiful moment of the whole team, like
getting together.
It's like, you know, if everyone else on the fucking, I don't know, what was it, the 49ers? Took a knee with fucking Kaepernick, it would have been cool. Like, it's like, you know, it's a team. They're a family, Nathan. Family.
And family means?
Yeah.
You're never going to give up on each other.
This is a good show.
That's good.
Especially, even like, I know you don't like sports.
Yeah.
I would say this show has so
Not
little
really
to
a
do with
sports
sports.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like The League, where The League is actually a lot of the humor. Like, there's jokes that I don't fucking understand, and Stevie goes, "Ha!" Yeah. But, like, Ted Lasso has so little to do with any sport.
That's good.
Like, of course, soccer is the main theme, but it's more about the people. Mm-hmm. It is, I would say, it's the Scrubs of sports.
Yeah, I do want to watch it, but, like, it's on Apple TV, you know what I mean? You can't say that on camera.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. We'll talk later.
I'm gonna
check it out.
I'm gonna go give my Apple
TV
TV subscription to my sister so she can check it out.
Yeah, there's other shows I want to watch. Like the first 4 episodes of Doom Patrol season 3 are out now, and I haven't seen them yet.
Fucking stupid though about Apple TV.
What?
I didn't know how to access it for a while. Do you know how you access it?
What?
It's like Netflix.
Yeah.
You go to apple.tv.com or tv.apple.com or
something like that.
Yeah. You can't open up iTunes or anything and fucking watch it.
That's funny.
Why isn't it just already in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
And it didn't even like give me an option to buy the show, because iTunes, I went into the TV show section
and it's not there.
I searched Ted Lasso, and it gave me a podcast where they interviewed someone from Ted Lasso.
Yeah, you have to get the subscription service.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, would you like to watch Ted Lasso
on Apple?
No,
TV
would you like to buy the Ted Lasso theme song by Marcus Mumford?"
Oh, he did the theme song?
Marcus Mumford does like all the music for the show.
That's great.
Yeah. And it's good. It's, you know, he's got that voice. They do have like this opening. I think it's a really cool idea where like there's a bunch of blue seats, and then Ted goes to sit down and his seat turns red, and then like a bunch of the seats turn red.
Yeah.
And it's like symbolism for how like his positivity takes over.
Yeah.
Like, and even though people still call him like a wanker, they like go like, "Good job out there, wanker." Like they just that's his like
they like him.
That's his pet name. But I thought they did this one for their Christmas episode where they had like little claymation people all over the stands. It was like the cast, and I thought like, oh, maybe they would do that where it's like Ted Lasso, but then as it's going through, instead of being like, oh, Brett Goldstein, Hannah Waddingham, Juno Temple, it would just be like actually the actors there next to it, but it's just Ted in the fucking stands.
Oh.
Also, you in a TV show, with the person at the end, the final cast, that's reserved for normally like the most famous person, right?
If it says and
not with
or with or with,
because Ted Lasso goes through the whole thing. It says like all the fucking main characters. You know, fucking Jason Sudeikis, Hannah Waddingham, Brett Goldstein, Phil Dunster, and then it says with Juno Temple.
Okay, yeah, because she's the most famous, or she's getting paid the most.
She is the youngest person on that show, though. Or no, she's not actually, because Phil Dunster is like 29, but she is 32. Her credits aren't that big. You know what one credit I recognized her from?
What?
Jen from The Dark Knight Rises, a.k.a. Holly Robinson. She plays Catwoman's friend.
Yeah, but Juno Temple's famous. It's like a famous person, I think, right?
She is famous, but she doesn't do it.
She's like more famous than the other people.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. She would get. It usually means she's getting paid the most.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, she definitely does have like the most cat-like things.
Yeah.
And I think she has a famous father. Yeah, anyways, that's a good show.
That's good. I also wanted to watch that Chris Evans one on Apple TV, but I didn't see it.
Isn't that the one where it just feels like military propaganda?
No, you're thinking of not Chris Evans. You're thinking of fucking what's his name, John Krasinski in that shitty show on Amazon Prime. The Apple TV Plus show with Chris Evans is called Defending Jacob, and it's that his kid gets accused of murder, I think, and his kid's like a child, like a high school child.
Okay.
It's one of the. Did you watch Knives Out or no?
No.
Okay. Well, it's the kid is in Knives Out.
Their last name is Barber.
I don't know whose last name that is. That's not anybody's last name that I know.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah,
like
because they cut hair.
Your last name is to cut hair. Fucking idiot.
What a loser.
Oh, J.K. Simmons is in it.
Yeah, he's in it too. I heard it's good. It looked good. But yeah, I didn't watch it because it's on Apple TV Plus. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start watching the new season of Doom Patrol because the first like 4 episodes are out because they did 3 episodes as the premiere.
Really?
Yeah.
So they made a fucking movie.
Yeah, more. Like, because they're like 50-minute episodes.
They made Endgame.
Yeah, they made Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to talk about whatever, or do you want to talk about comic books first?
Get your comics out of the way. We'll end with What If.
Okay.
Actually, wait, I got Mega Man too.
Oh shit! Never mind.
It's me, the Jonker. I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Melvin. Just go with every Joker
fucking
meme.
God.
Melvin, brother of the Joker.
Oh my god, the Melvin brother of the Joker bit takes me fucking back, dude. I took some out of this because I read too many comics because I'm getting fucking obsessed with them. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to talk about Reckless or Criminal because I'm just going to read more of them, and I might as well just fucking talk about it once I finish all of them. But I'm going to talk about the volumes first, and then I'll talk about the issues. So first up, we got Joker, Killer Smile by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Mm-hmm. This is a really cool Joker book. And Joker's not the main character because I don't care about Joker as a main character.
Is Melvin the main character?
No, fuck you, first of all. Secondly, this is a cool kind of like psychological horror type bit where the main character is the Joker's new psychologist at Arkham type deal. And so it's kind of a psychological horror where like dealing with Joker kind of drives this guy more and more a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
And it's got really cool visuals. It's really interesting. It's like the story is twisty and turny type deal. And then they've got like one issue after, which is from Batman's POV, which is also cool. It's like kind of a little mini sequel to the story. It's like short. I am going to, I think, because Blake really liked The Question, so I think I'll send you home with this for him because it's by the same writer and it's cool. I like this a lot. Really, really neat. I think it's cool to do like a horror type deal with Joker. Next up, we got Dracula Motherfucker. Literally called Dracula Motherfucker.
Yeah.
By Alex DeCampi with art by Erica Henderson. This is like a neat little fun kind of a sort of 70s like grindhousey exploitation horror type deal, but it kind of like jumps around in a way where you're like it like kind of has a really quick pace where like if you're not paying attention or you might have to go back to like kind of get some stuff, but it's really neat. I like the art a lot. The story's pretty fun, and it's cool, and it's about toxic relationships kind of is the theme.
Yeah.
But I liked it quite a lot. It's really fun. Check it out if you like things that are like what I said. Do you like 70s shit type deal? It's fun, kind of like that. It's fun. And finally, the third big book we've got is one where I'm going to tell you the pitch and you're going to be like, oh shit, that sounds cool. So We Only Find Them When They're Dead by Al Ewing with art by Simone DeMeo. This book's cool. So in the future, space future vibes, there is an entire industry built out of the fact that in a certain area of the galaxy or the universe or whatever, there are pretty regularly the dead bodies of massive gods that show up pretty frequently. They just kind of float in. And yeah, the gods are always beautiful and the gods are always dead. It's corpses. And so an industry has come where people on spaceships dive in and fucking cut away at the body and sell the flesh or the armor or the bones or whatever the fuck. And the main characters of this book are kind of people who are generational at this job, and they decide that they're actually going to break free from the system by trying to be the first to find a living god, by driving past where you're allowed to go, and finding what's out there. It's a really cool character story. It's really fucking interesting. It's like a neat idea. And this is just the first volume, so I can't wait to see where the story goes. Al Ewing did, or is currently writing Immortal Hulk, which is just about to end, and that book's fucking fantastic. So I'm interested to see what he does here. Okay. Then the issues, which should be much quicker. Darkhawk issue 2, less cool than the first one, but that's because like it's kind of setting up stuff in a boring way. Like it's just doing more shit. This promises a crossover with Spider-Man, Miles Morales, but man, he only shows up for like one scene and doesn't do much. That fucking sucks. That's boring. I hate it when they do that. The Good Asian issue 5 goes into the backstory of the main character in a way that I thought was really fucking interesting and neat, but also I want to know what the mystery is going to be, guys. Come on, you can't just flashback me for an entire episode. Fuck you.
Sometimes you can.
Yeah, I know. Issue 3 of Icon and Rocket dives into sort of the economic realities of people stopping almost all of the drugs on the planet, and how that's going to kind of make them public enemy number one. Also, it's pretty explicitly stated that that Superman existed in this universe, but the villain killed him as a baby.
Huh.
Because as a baby he was weaker, and the villain of this book is also like a fucked up alien guy. So that's fun. Superman Son of Kal-El issue 3. This book's still fucking rad, dude. Superman gets arrested for protesting.
Damn.
This book's still great. Like, honestly, this book's awesome. It's like every conversation between Jonathan and Clark is so good. And like really sweet, good shit. I like these characters. I'm excited to see what happens. Obviously, this does tie in somewhat with like some of the future state stuff because they keep talking about shit that I don't know. They're like, you are going to be, when you leave Superman, you're going to be gone forever, and I'm John, your son, and I whatever, I love you and I don't want you to go, but I'm Superman and I need to help people out there or whatever, right? But honestly, it's still really good, and it's easy. It's like pretty easy to get into. Like, I don't know what the future state shit is, but it doesn't really matter too much. Like, I'm sure it'll explain it to me when it needs to.
Yeah.
But right now, essentially every issue of this book is like really nice. Like, it's just like a good story with good characters, and yeah, and also Superman protects refugees, and that's good.
Good. I'm glad Superman is being a Superman.
Superman is based in Blue Pilled. And finally, we got Crossover issue 8 by Donny Cates. Crossover's fucking fantastic. I think I talked about the first volume of this book before, and this is the new issue. This book's still rad, and it's fucking cool, and I like it, and I like the pitch, and I like what happens, and we're seeing more of the characters, and I love it. You gotta love it. The last issue was fun because it was a one-off about real-life comic book writer Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah.
In the real world. Okay, because like crossover, in case you've forgotten, in crossover, every comic book character, or not every comic book character, but comic book characters are real. Like they're like they come into the real world and it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? But Chip Zdarsky is a comic book writer in real life, and like in the story, like famous comic book writers are being murdered, including like actual person Brian K. Vaughan canonically is dead in the crossover universe. And so Chip Zdarsky wrote one issue about himself on the run, and he's like, oh shit, in an issue of Sex Criminals, I wrote myself into the book. So that's who I must be on the run from. That's who's hunting me down to kill me, is me. The fictional version of me that I created. Which is like such a fucking cool, like messed up story, but then it ends up being really great and fun.
It's stranger than fiction, but without the romance.
Yeah. Well, maybe you
wants
never
to
know where
fucking
it's gonna go. Maybe you never know where it's gonna go. That's but yeah, it's like essentially he thinks he's trying to kill himself, but then like eventually it's like, no, that's not what's happening actually. The other Chip Zdarsky meets him and is like, man, that's like suicidal ideation. Like, are you okay? Like, you need to see somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. Anyway, comic books are cool, and we like them here, personally. Oh, did you read the fucking Harley Quinn one yet?
Yes.
How'd you like it?
It was good.
That's good. Are you interested to seeing what happens?
Yes.
Doesn't it capture the voices well? Like, I think they did it quite good.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's just fine. It's fine. Like, it was a lot of emotion stuff for most of it, and then it was just Ivy showing up later. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking babe.
She's a babe.
Yeah.
Obviously, like
it was good. It was a lot of setup.
It's a one issue. Yeah. It's the first issue of a 6-issue story. Like it's like they're going to spend the first one being like, and here is the platter upon which we are going to build the rest of the book.
Ivy is crying because she just went through something really fucked up. They fuck up
and
Jim.
She feels guilty.
They embarrass Jim Gordon. They fuck, and then they decide to go on a honeymoon. Road trip honeymoon, but thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I also
played Mega Man Battle Network.
Yeah.
Played the full games for 1 and 2, or just bits?
I'm most of the way through 2, and
Holy
I don't
shit.
even know if I want to finish it.
Oh, really?
It's not that the games are bad. There's bad parts about the games.
Of course, they're RPGs.
They're old. They're also like Game Boy Advance games from the early 2000s. They look really good. They play really good, but. And obviously they get better and better as the first one it was it's kind of plain.
I think 5's supposed to be the best one.
I liked 4, but I also did not finish 5, and then I also I'm gonna play through them all.
Okay,
but 2 is just becoming such a drag. Like the world is just kind of annoying to go through. They have some of it where it's like, oh, there is going into your friend's PCs instead of going from the one at home, or you can jack in from the fucking one in the Marine Harbor, and
you can jack into a bunch of shit.
You can jack into more stuff, and you fucking
in 5 you can jack into fucking everything, baby.
Yeah, it's it's just you can go to the internet a lot faster, but there's still I still have to run through a lot of stuff. I'm still getting lost all the time because it's like a fucking maze. This is the one where they introduced the idea of random what was bosses you have already fought are now just random viruses you can encounter. So I go to the first time I leave Den area, and I go to fucking Kodo Square, and I got jobbed immediately because they spawned Quickman version 2, and he had 900 health and I only had 100, because I had been taking some damage. I think those games are really unbalanced.
Yeah,
where I feel like whenever I fight a boss and I'll fucking destroy them. I'll destroy them, or I'll have a good old fight.
Yeah, well, because it's you split. It's the thing where it splits the thing into 2 grids, right? And then you can move around and shoot.
It's 2 9x9 grids, and you can do that. You shoot, you get you get cards, but they're chips. that like give you special abilities. If you combine chips in the right way, you get like a better thing. Like if you combine 3 fucking cannon, if you can combine an ABC cannon together, you get the Zeta cannon. And if you do that with a DEF with the fucking high cannons, you get a Zeta cannon too. Or if you combine a long sword, a sword, a wide sword, and a long sword, you get the fucking Buster Sword, which is just a sword you can use like 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, they're all interesting. It's done well, but like Mega Man 1, you just play as Mega Man the whole game.
Yeah.
You unlock armors.
Well, it's not Mega Man.
They don't change
it. It's Mega Man EXE.
Yes. And then, or also, it's not a computer. It's a real human boy that's brain was converted into being a computer, and he's Lan's twin brother who died in utero named Hub.
Wait, that's fucking real?
I'm not fucking with you.
That's
exactly what they tell you. I didn't know that because I never played the first Battle Network.
Yeah, I didn't know that either because I never played the first Battle Network. I don't remember that in the TV show.
You finish the game, and like Mega Man gets fucking like killed by a boss, and and your dad comes over to you, and you're like, buddy, Mega Man's dead, but
he's been dead the whole time.
There's another thing you can do to like bring him back, and it'll be a more powerful version of him. And you like put in hub.bat, and then when you do that, Mega Man just goes like, "Oh, so now you know that I'm your deceased twin brother, whose brain was uploaded to a consciousness on the internet."
That's so fucked up.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
Yeah, so Lan is the human. Hub is Mega Man. He's just always known as Mega Man, and they never bring it up again. I'm fucking.
They never mention it in the second game.
They never mention it in the second game. They never mention it in the third, which is the actual first one I played.
Okay.
Or the fourth, or the fifth.
That's so fucking funny.
So the first Mega Man game, it's very bare bones. Like, I don't think you can combine. You can combine chips in that one, but they're just kind of like weak. It's like, what's the point of doing it? Mega Man Battle Network 2, it's like,
I think I'm surprised they haven't put it, because they've done the Mega Man classic collections for they did the old ones, like 1 through 9, which like 8 and 9 are actually newer, but whatever. And then 10 9 and 10 are the new ones.
Yeah.
And then 11 is just a separate video game.
Also, this is a really easy game if they did decide to ever bring this franchise back. Could transition to 3D very easily.
I was gonna say they might as well fucking do a remaster collection like they've done with the X game. Like I was saying, like Mega Man X collection, Mega Man. They've even done like the ZX games have a collection.
Yeah. Like,
why the fuck don't
Mega
the Battle
Man
Network
EXE
ones?
is like the fucking redheaded stepchild to them.
Which is
like,
funny because
but it's actually like
Battle
the redheaded
Network games
stepchild
are
is
really
a genius,
good.
and they're amazing.
And same with the Legend. I'm surprised Legends hasn't been.
And also, it was the one that had
well.
like the most commercial success because it had the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where, like,
I don't know if it had the most because I think the Mega Man games that sold the best were the X,
okay. Well,
X
Mega Man games, but like Mega Man EXE
had the anime.
Had the anime, and it was people people watched it. Like, it was a cool
I
show.
watched it. That's where I know that shit from.
Then they had the games.
I only played. I didn't have any of them, but I played a little bit of one. Like,
the jump between these were 6 fucking games that existed on one console.
I thought 5 had the version on DS, which was the combined version. Which
when
is the
I went
version.
to get all of them,
well,
they might have had a version that came out later. There's 6 games. 1 through 6 are all GBA games.
I'm gonna look it up just to double check that I'm right, but I think 5 had a DS version.
I know which emulator thing I have to use.
Yeah. Mega Man Battle Network video game series. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so the first Mega Man, it's very like plain. The second Mega Man is where most of the stuff from like the future series comes in.
Yeah.
Where like you unlock the electric armor and whatever. It's like the first armor set you get. Now it like doubles your attack. It gives you rapid charge by default. It adds like two values to your charge shot. And like it's the more interesting thing.
Okay, so the DS version. So okay, Mega Man Battle Network 3, 4, and 5, and 6, I guess, all did the Pokemon thing of having 2 games.
Yeah.
Right? So Okay. But 5, there's Team Proto Man, there's Team Colonel, and then Double Team is the DS version, which has the content of both.
Okay.
So that's what you want to play. And it's because that's like that's essentially like the Pokemon Emerald or whatever. The combined version.
Yeah. So but the fucking problem I have with these games is they are so like there's no guidance. I'm literally reading game facts to figure out where I'm going a lot of the times, and that's what I'm just so tired of doing.
Yeah,
because their game facts are like they're hard to read. It's like people putting their own brand of humor into it too, and it's like, bro, just tell me where the fuck I'm going.
Like it's that type of.
It's like someone wrote an entire novel about how to fucking beat Mega Man. And, I'll, like, play for a bit, and I'm like, oh, I understand what I'm doing, and then it hits me with something where it's like, oh, trial and error this for, like, 5 minutes while viruses keep trying to beat the shit out of you, and I'm, like, just reloading save states so I don't have to deal with these virus fights.
Yeah.
Or, like, it's like, oh, there's pink ice in your way. I wonder how we'll deal with that. And you just don't get to fucking, like, it doesn't tell you where to go. It doesn't help you at all. I'm like, great, now I have to go look this shit up. So, like, I'm sure when I get to, like, Mega Man 3 and 4, I'm like, oh, I actually at least remember these fucking games.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, man. It's just so tiresome to, like, not have any direction and be lost all the time.
Do you want to hear the most interesting piece of Mega Man Battle Network franchise trivia?
Sure.
In 2004 in Japan, there's a Rockman.exe version of Catan.
Oh. Bro, why would you ever... I'm just looking at something right here.
Yeah.
So Mega Man 2 introduced the concept of a style change.
Yeah.
Which allowed you to put elements on Mega Man. So, like, you get by default the Electric Gut style, which gives you a bunch of buffs. You can get other, like, styles. Like, there's a Wood Armor style and shit. I don't know where the fuck to get them. It's like it's like a mystery. It's like, I'm just gonna use the Electric fucking style the whole game then.
Damn.
And then I'm just, like, scrolling down here. I forgot that in Mega Man 4, if you get Red Sun, the team that you have to, like, play with the whole time is your friends. Like, Guts is on your team. Fucking Roll is on your team.
Okay.
But if you get Blue Sun, like, yeah, you get Proto Man on your team.
Yeah.
But everyone else is, like, an unknown.
Oh.
It's like, fuck that. I'd rather have Guts and Roll.
Yeah.
Because also, yeah, the sword is cool.
Because Proto Man's cool.
Yeah. But it's dumb.
Okay.
Like, a gun is superior to a sword.
Yeah.
Especially when you get, like, if you get Mega Man fully upgraded with a lot of the power-ups. Like, I have it right now, because of the Gut style, every single little fucking, like, pea I shoot does 10 damage. So if I get, like, up close to someone and just mash it, I can go through, like, 100 damage in 2 seconds. Also, the fucking funny thing about the game is that your rate of fire depends on how far you are away from someone. Like, because it will only have, like, the shot has to connect, and the animation of the shot connecting has to happen before you get to shoot again. So if you're at the edge of your screen and they're at the edge of theirs, so, like, you guys are face to face.
Frequently.
If you're face to face, you can mash it because it's, like, instant.
It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm, like, more excited to get to these later ones.
Yeah.
But, like, this getting through fucking 2 right now is getting
annoying.
Is being a real fucking drag. And I want to finish it. Because if I didn't finish Mega Man 1, I would not found out that fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, maybe it happens at the end of 2. You get more crazy shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's only at the end of every game that they acknowledge that Mega Man's your dead brother.
The boss at the end of fucking Mega Man 1, though, was so shit. It wasn't like a Navi, like one of
Net Navi?
Yeah, it wasn't a fucking... You weren't fighting a man, a Proto Man, a Quick Man.
Yeah.
Or a Night Man.
Dr. Wily?
You fight... Well, Dr. Wily's there.
Oh.
But, like, you fight the life program or whatever.
By saying Dr. Wily?
What?
Or do I have to show you that?
You can show that to me after.
Okay.
you don't fight like one of them. You fight this like stationary dude that just like shoots laser beams at you, or summons like rows of meteors that are like really precise to dodge, and they do like 100 damage every time they hit you. And if you don't have maxed out HP, like I had like 500 HP, but max is like 900. Because there's a lot of them that are very hidden, and then you have to find like merchants all the time and buy new HP upgrades. It was just annoying. So I just was like, fuck it. I used save states and just cheated my way through the fight.
That's fair.
But I'll try and fight like other ones genuinely.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Oh, it's voice acting.
What do you make of these?
These? Seems to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came
That's a
from,
skull.
but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wowie's hands.
Dr. Wowie's hands.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
Where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
I love that they kept in. I'm gonna put this in the podcast. I love that they kept in the fact that he's like, what, Mega Man?
Yeah. Oh man.
That's the funniest part to me. It's like, yeah, I don't know, Mega Man.
Jesus, that's so dumb.
Yeah, I think it's from like Mega Man 7 or something.
Fucking, I'm looking through the trivia right now on the Mega Man Battle Network shit.
Yeah.
And it says like an interview with a Game Informer, Mega Man 11 director Koji Oda said that he's well aware that there is a voice out there that wants something new for games like Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Battle Network. It's like, you fucking listen, please.
Yeah.
Like, those games are so cool.
They're cool, man.
It's also, I think that's the Mega Man EXE is like my favorite Mega Man design.
I would say so too. Like, I'd love to see,
especially when he gets like, because the style changes in Mega Man 2 are like more based around elements and stuff. But then in Mega Man 3, or at least in 4, you get them from beating, like classic Mega Man style, you get them from beating bosses. So like there's a metal style you get where like when you do your charge shot, you shoot out a fucking like saw blade. Or there's the gut style, which is actually like your charge shot is, I think, you doing the pickaxe wave thing on the ground, or I think it's a punch. You get a Proto Man style.
Yeah, the last thing we learned about anything
But wait,
was,
it's fucking crazy actually.
Yeah.
Mega Man 2, this one,
yeah,
does have a style called the hub style, and it's just Mega Man but powered up to the
to the ending,
to the maximum.
Yeah.
So like you do like 100 damage per shot and shit. It's crazy. And I think you take less damage or something. Like, but to get it, you have to beat every version 3 of like the bosses in the game.
Yeah.
And S rank them. To S rank a fight, you have to beat it in less than a second.
What?
Yes.
How the fuck are you supposed to do that?
Because there is chip combinations you can do
that just like fucking make you.
There was one where the guy was the guide I was reading. The guide for Mega Man 1 was just kind of like, this is where you're going. The guide for Mega Man 2 is like, this is how your chipset should look. If you combine like wind and fan and the Gate Man chips, like you all get the G chips and combine all 3 together, you get this one called like Gauger, and it does 900 damage.
Okay, so did you do that?
No, because I don't have those other chips, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna play the fucking game normally. If I like the game enough, I would probably try and do something like that and find out the other crazy combinations.
Yeah, but I wouldn't find it out. I'd just go online and be like,
that's what I meant by finding it out. I'd Google it. But it's just, the game is such a drag, like story-wise, and I'm just like kind of annoyed with it.
Do you know what you should check out? Okay, I played this game last year, and I've told you the same thing, like exactly 1 year ago, almost. But if you want to play a comfy RPG, kind of like how Mega Man can make you feel when it's good, play fucking Final Fantasy X. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's sweet. It's nice. It's just like comfy. The music's great. because it's a fucking Final Fantasy game and they're all good.
Music's good in Mega Man.
The music's good in Mega Man. I didn't say the music's bad in Mega Man.
I think you were implying something.
Every fucking Mega Man has good music too.
Also, what I'm excited for is that in Mega Man 3, they get the chip fucking system.
Yeah, where you can make the chips fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. No, it's the one where you get like a folder. You get like a square, and you get pieces that you can put into Mega Man.
I think I might play those Battle Network games. So I would like to check them out myself. So I think I only have one more question before I feel like it's spoiler too many, and that's: do you think Mega Man EXE's suit jacks him off?
I don't think he. Honestly, my first thought is that he is kind of an asexual being.
Yeah, but my second thought is maybe.
But he definitely there's a weird thing, you know how Lan and Male have that thing going on. Did you ever play one of the games before?
I watched the anime. I played tiny piece of I think 5.
Lan and fucking Male are like Sonic and Amy Rose.
Oh, like one of them's chasing the other one?
Yeah, where Male is into him, but then Sonic is Lan at least is a tween boy, so he's just I don't understand girls. I just want to play video games with my friend Guts.
Yeah.
But she's I want to fuck Lan.
Okay.
So Mega Man and Roll hang out.
Oh.
So it's I don't know if they actually have any feelings.
Are they friends or sisters?
What do you mean?
Or brother and sister? Oh, I think isn't Rock's sister in regular Mega Man?
They're just two. Well, that's the fucked up thing is that Navi's Navi's whatever.
Yeah.
Navi. And whenever I say Navi, I'm thinking of fucking Avatar.
Yeah, the Net Navis.
Yeah, the Net Navis, or your pets.
Yeah.
They have they're AIs. They have a consciousness. They exist when you're not paying attention to them.
Okay.
But so Mega Man
potentially has
his consciousness is based off of a human.
Okay.
I think he is actually considered to be the first one because it's they talk about Net Navis and shit that they're a relatively new thing. Mm-hmm. And you see old people who they try and use theirs and it's something very mediocre and small, or they feel very robotic. So I think Mega Man, Hub getting uploaded, his consciousness uploaded, helped Dr. Hikari, Lan's dad, figure out how to make more.
And what does
of them.
Hikari mean?
I have no idea.
Light.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
The more you know.
So, I don't know the level of consciousness the other Guts Man or fucking Roll or Quick Man. I don't know. Proto Man seems to also be a person.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they get the full range of emotions. Do Net Navis date? Do they fuck? Do they because they can go travel around the internet without their operator? Do they go to clubs? Do they hang out? Do they have an age of consent? Could
they just go into porn? I guess.
Yeah, could they go to a place where there's VIs of other Net Navis and they could fuck them as pornography?
That would make sense.
It's what's going
So probably the suit doesn't jack him off, but he does have sex.
Yeah,
Okay. So John Halo is currently the only one whose suit jacks him off. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because Gears of War Man's suit does not jack him off.
Do you think Samus' suit might do something for her?
You know what? I'm going to make a bold choice here, and I'm going to say absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because she doesn't have a boyfriend.
What?
She doesn't have a fucking boyfriend. She doesn't have a girlfriend.
Do you think... but how do you think the suit...
I think it has a vibrator portion that is in, and then it can vibrate.
Do you think it's one of those fucking what are those?
I think it's gonna. Called? I think it probably is the one that has the butt tingler.
Okay.
I think it would be wrong not to.
It's just always when the suit comes on, it just goes right in there.
Yeah. That's why she's in the suit so often.
Yeah.
Which is why she rarely ever takes it off. It's
because she's a 6'3"
it's an auto blow
woman who just is fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Tired of this. Also, the suit is genetically grafted to me. It's in fusion.
Yeah. At least post fusion, it has to jerk her off because she's stuck in there.
I think she can leave it. Actually, I was talking about this with someone. It's super fucked up, and it was just a bad translation. where they surgically removed the suit off of her, but they made it sound like the suit got grafted to her. Where like the fusion suit is more like something to help contain the Metroid vaccine that's going on inside of her.
Yeah.
Because there is like a weird mutation happening, but it makes it sound like that she becomes the suit. But that's not what happens. The SAX, though, is the parts of her suit that they removed that reform together.
Yeah, but they made a new her in the suit. That's what makes the SAX creepy.
Yeah.
Like, creepier than the robots in Dread. Because the SAX is like, it's you.
Also, real quick, just before we get on Marvel's What If.
Yeah.
Every single Yakuza game in the future,
Yep.
we need a motherfucking we need a Mr. Shakedown or Majima style thing back.
Yeah, because you find it boring without him.
I find encounters as like purely like tedious bullshit now.
Yeah.
Like at least now in Judgment, in Lost Judgment,
Yeah.
boss enemies roam around a lot more often. But it's just the guys where you get in a fight and their health bar appears on the bottom, and that you can use your special parry move against them. But like, there's nothing special. There's no relationship being built. Where like even Mr. Shakedown is an asshole who's just like, I want your money.
Yeah, but
so
like
that
at
I
least
can
he's
do my
interesting person to walk around.
Where like Mr. Shakedown, the fucking one in the fedora wants to be the most powerful being in the world or something.
Yeah.
So he like even wants to go to space, and that's why in the later parts of the game, that's why he's trying to shake you down for money. Is that he's trying to raise money to become an astronaut.
To be the toughest motherfucker in the universe.
Or like the Mr. Shakedown in the purple jacket in fucking for Majima.
Yeah.
That dude is like, I just want to be the toughest motherfucker in Sotenbori.
Yeah.
Or like, I just want to beat up people. I want to have fights because fighting is fun. Or the dude who wears like who walks around with like the tank top and fucking like camo pants. It's like that guy wants, like he lives and he does it to survive. Like it's fun. Like so, and then Majima is like, I'm just trying to make Kiryu as strong as he used to be.
Yeah.
But for fucking Judgment, it's just like, no, nothing. Or Yakuza 7, that one would be harder. Unless you made like a Reaper style thing, like you know how the Reaper in Mementos and Persona. If there was like a guy who would just pop out every once in a while and you'd get like in a really tough fight.
Yeah, it's funny. So like that is in the Reaper's actually in P3 as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's in P4, but in P3, because P3 only has one dungeon that more floors appear on. So it's like all that the Reaper is there to do is to like make you go to bed, like be like don't because like in Persona, especially 5, like you just finish to the end in one go. You just keep going. You're like fuck it, right?
Yeah.
That's like the best way because it only wastes one day.
The Reaper also really only shows, like in Mementos, he only really shows up as if you like stay on one floor for too long. Every single time you go to a new floor, it resets.
Oh
yeah.
I don't know if that's how it works in 3.
It probably isn't because they wanted that 3 was actually a hard game.
Yeah.
And also in Persona 5, the only time you'll ever see the Reaper is when you're trying to fucking exploit him.
Yeah.
And that's why in Persona 5 Royal they removed the achievement.
Oh.
Because you can't do the exploit anymore. But it was just like there's no point because I got to level 99 with no trust issue in that game.
Really? They took out the exploit for the Reaper?
Yeah. The despair exploit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of that.
But he's not, I'm guessing he's not that hard because I know people still say just beat the Reaper up.
You can just fight him, yeah.
Yeah.
He gives you like one reward and a lot of money, but like you can literally get, once you get that one fucking like trinket he drops.
Yeah.
You can just go around and for at least in Royal where like they removed the ambush system and just made it you drive into someone with the car.
Yeah.
And if you're about over level, you get their XP. Just how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, let's talk about What If then.
Yeah.
Did you like this episode? I thought it was cool.
I thought it was interesting. I think we got to see the whole thing with like
Ultron Vision.
Well, with like the Watcher being like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I thought the story was neat. I think it's funny that they're like, yes, Hawkeye does have multiple different types of arrows. Please retcon that he's cooler than he was and more interesting and has more things because his show's coming out and we need him to be that.
Mm-hmm. And then let's kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably won't kill him.
And then I thought the joke where they fucking got what the guy was his name? What was his name?
Thanos?
No. Thanos when he walks in and then Vision's like, interesting, and kills him in a second.
And he has all the fucking rocks.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fucking the guy, the dude in the computer.
Oh, Zola,
thank you. The thing where he kept trying to like do his like rant about how he's like been there from the beginning, and
they're like, no, we saw the other version.
We know, we met you already.
Yeah, that was funny. But also, is the implication that Zola would have been there in the background during Civil War, because that was the location from Civil War.
Oh, I'm sure Zemo showed up,
shot him,
and deleted him.
Yeah,
like destroyed the computer.
But I also liked the Galactus shout out where Ultron Vision, when fighting the Watcher, became big and ate the fucking galaxy. I was like, that's cool. Yeah. Galactus reference.
I think it's interesting that like we're gonna all beat the shit, go fight that Vision now. Yeah. He's not using his wish powers though. He's just using the full power of the stones.
Yeah.
Like he's not being like Thanos where he's like, I'm backed into a corner.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have to. He can just it'd just be badass. Fucking what else? Oh yeah, the universe where they go into that universe where Steve Rogers is the president.
Yeah.
That was cool. I don't know what else. I don't know. It was a cool app. I'm excited to see what happens next week.
Yeah. Bringing together all these other versions of the Avengers to fight off Ultron
Thanos,
because Ultron's now like the great evil.
Or yeah, which is cool because I think Ultron was cool. Yeah, so I'm sure we're gonna get more Black Widow, which is like Belle and not Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, but I'm fine with it. We're gonna probably have the Zola robot is gonna be important. Almost certainly. Yeah.
Well, once he hooks up to the mainframe, apparently he can just destroy Ultron. But
we're gonna have Doctor Strange, Supreme. Yeah. We're gonna have Party Thor come back.
Captain Marvel will start.
She's
fighting
in a lot of stuff. But it's never Brie.
Yeah. He killed her, right?
Yeah.
In this version.
Yeah.
How did he do it?
I don't know. She tried to kill him and he just won.
Yeah.
Because he already had all the fucking rocks or whatever.
Yeah. She was like pushing him into the core of the earth, or of the fucking of Xandar.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Okay,
yeah,
you're gone.
Bye."
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think we'll see a bunch of those characters show up again, and then Captain Carter probably as well. Yeah. And they'll do an Avengers thing, and they'll stop Ultron.
They'll do a weirdo Avengers.
Yep. And then they thankfully didn't get to the real MCU timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm sure there will be one of the characters that we've seen in this season of television will show up in live action in Multiverse of Madness, and that'll be the reference.
Maybe. Perhaps.
I think that would make the most sense, especially if it's fucking Strange Supreme. Because then he's already there in the fucking movie.
If he does show up, I think it'll be as like a dude who tries to tempt him at one point, and then he just goes like, "No, thank you," and then just leaves.
Yeah, or we'll get Captain Carter show up in live action for a little bit in maybe. The Multiverse of Madness.
Perhaps. Yeah, well, this is just big setup for their finale.
Yep.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, I and you know what? What if the show is like fine? Like it's like a pretty good show. I wouldn't mind seeing that season 2 that they said that they're gonna do. So
yeah, and maybe let's do some more lighthearted ones.
Well, I think they did the right. I think there's like a pretty good amount here. I think they did a pretty good job. But yeah, I think maybe some more lighthearted ones would be fun. Yeah. Or do like, I want to see more that are like not things I've already seen. Type deal, like
them actually taking a shot and writing their own.
Yeah, or like what I mean is like,
what if Peter Parker wasn't bitten by a radioactive spider? He was bitten by a radioactive scorpion.
What if Peter Parker couldn't come?
What if he shot webs and they were sticky?
What if he shoot web?
Damn. What if Steve Rogers
I
was
want to
Captain
see.
America?
I
mean,
want
was
to see
Spider-Man.
like one of the dumb ones. Like I want to see like what if Aunt May became Silver Surfer, which is a real one.
What if that spider that bit Peter Parker was actually made in 1938 in
Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Man Noir, but it's actually Steve Rogers.
Aw. I thought that's.
But he still becomes the same character.
He still becomes Captain America or Spider-Man Noir.
No, he still becomes Spider-Man Noir, but it's Steve Rogers.
And he's a socialist.
Yeah.
Like in the comics.
I believe that big corporation should be taxed.
No, it's like
We should break up Aunt.
Dude, Aunt May in Spider-Man Noir says the only thing the working class have to lose is our chains, and that's fucking awesome. But yeah. Anyway, what if's cool or whatever. We're gonna talk about the show, and then we're gonna talk about the Eternals when that comes out. And we're gonna talk about Hawkeye and Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel, and we're gonna always talk about Marvel shit because people, I don't know,
because there's nothing interesting with DC right now.
because there's a thing. It's a thing that happens.
The DC fandom is in like 2 weeks.
Ooh, we'll talk about that.
So maybe we might get some fucking video game news that was announced
or
like
video
a year
game
ago.
news. Yeah, or the same video games again, but more info.
Yeah, maybe they'll finally be like, here's a release date.
Here's a release date for Batman.
Arkham Knights.
Or no, they're not Arkham Knight. It's Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
Because it doesn't take place in the Arkham universe.
That's fine.
But Suicide Squad does, even though that somehow means that
Deadshot
Floyd
is
Lawton
Floyd is
went
black.
from white to black.
Yeah.
I just want to see some
I
reference
think the
to
Gotham
it.
Knights universe is going to be because Arkham is a little darker and characters do don't characters die? Like the Joker's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they probably want to use the Joker as like a person who's alive
I don't
in
think
the Gotham
they
Knights
didn't show
one.
him. But they didn't show the boy.
Yeah, because that could be there, but they would just showed like. Didn't they do the thing with like Harley Quinn, or like in like the Harley Quinn show where like Gotham gets fucked up because Bruce Wayne goes away for a while and the Joker?
Yeah, that's No Man's Land. But they kind of did a little bit of that in Arkham City. Already.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that. I think that's gonna be the motif for fucking Gotham Knights.
Yeah, but at the thing that's weird is like. I think there's the implication that like Batman's gone because people know that Batman's Bruce Wayne, which is the thing that happens at the end of Arkham Knight. Which is weird.
Well, it can just happen.
I like that it's a video game where you can play as Nightwing, Tim Drake, Barbara Gordon, and Red Hood.
Well, I'm just gonna play as Barbara Gordon.
And I'm just gonna play as Nightwing, and then we can make out.
Yeah. Get a custom emote where it just looks like we're making out the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I think if they do, they're all going to fight differently.
Yeah.
And based off of what I normally like in games like this, I think Red Hood's probably going to be my shit.
I think Red Hood is going to be really heavy.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
I love heavy hitting characters.
I think
Saijima's a fight style in Yakuza 5 is amazing, but it sucks at the same time. I just like it's the same way I like to play Dark Souls and like everything. It's like I want to do one big hit and then take my distance.
Yeah, I think
so. Like if I can play as Red Hood and fucking like hit a man a bunch.
I think Nightwing will probably, if they're
Nightwing's going to be a good blend of everyone else.
I thought I was going to say he's probably going to be the lightest.
I would say, well, Tim Drake's the youngest, right? Like how old is this Red Robin we're getting?
I'm not sure.
And also, isn't Red Robin more based around like technical?
He uses a bow staff. He's more technical, but when I say light, I mean like Nightwing's the most acrobatic one.
So here's what I'm going to say. Yes, he's the most acrobatic one. I think he's going to be a well-rounded overall character. Like he's going to be the middle ground. I think Tim Drake is going to be more of a like tactical character where he's going to have tools to use. I think Red Hood is going. Well, he has guns. We've seen that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be.
All of his melee attacks are still going to be shooting.
I think he's going to hit hard and he's going to have a gun and that's it.
Yeah.
I think Barbara Gordon's going to be a pure dexterity sort of character, where it's like more about like you hit someone that you do like you can hit someone really fast, but you don't like give them hit stun or whatever. Where I think Nightwing will be like he hits fast, but he can stun them and like a bit.
Yeah.
Like if you put it in like Yakuza,
he's got the sticks.
If we put it in Yakuza fighting styles,
yeah,
I would say it's like Nightwing is brawler or thug. Barbara Gordon is the breakdancing style.
Breaker
or rush. And then fucking Red
Hood is Beast.
And then I guess by process of elimination,
Tim Drake is the middle.
Tim Drake would be like Slugger.
Yeah.
But that's only because it's like, oh, I use a weapon.
Yeah. But so Nightwing, I think Nightwing's probably going to have cool... I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hopefully they're all cool.
Great, yeah.
That's what I want.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Barbara Gordon's probably going to be able to glide. Probably Barbara and Tim will have the glide ability, but because Nightwing and Red Hood don't wear capes, they won't have that.
Yeah, Nightwing's probably going to have do parkour or something around.
Yeah. And
then Tim Drake's probably just going to be like, oh no, Jason Todd's just going to be like, I got a fucking grappling hook. Fuck this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all going to have grappling hooks.
Yeah, I know.
That's how the game's going to work.
Yeah. I'm excited for that game.
I think that game will be cool. I'm like cautiously excited because it's a game where you hit people and numbers come off.
Yeah.
Which is like...
And then I think they also said there's going to be
some loot.
Yeah. It depends. Like, if the loot is all armor based, I'm fine with it. But once it's like, oh, your weapon, I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. It's... Why am I picking up a fucking Eskrima stick from anybody? Like, it's fucking...
Why am I picking up a shoulder pad for my fucking Robin armor?
Yeah.
That's why every game should have... That's why looter games should fuck off and die.
Yeah.
And it should all be you beat dudes, you loot stuff, but to put upgrades on your armor instead of like, oh, I beat up this guy, and for some reason he had a piece of sheet metal on him.
Yeah, like, I get that it's like, oh, well, we'll increase... If you press the circle button with Nightwing, like, you zap with the sticks, and that'll be like a stun move, and then like you can get the upgrade, and that's going to make the stun half a second longer.
Or the stun can like
or
chain
it's wider.
Lightning. Oh, you stun one guy, but another guy is like less than 5 feet away, and it like zips over to him.
Yeah.
Or as you beat people up, it can like pass off to people.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
I'm really interested to see gameplay for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, that would be more...
Because I think both of them are probably going to wind up being like multiplayer, but with only 4 people. It's probably going to be it.
Yeah.
But I'm more interested in that game because it's A, more different than what we've seen, and B, could potentially be really cool.
Yeah, also because it's like...
Also, we would absolutely play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League together.
Yeah.
And you'd probably be King Shark.
Probably.
Yeah.
Either King Shark or Deadshot.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I want to just stare at Harley Quinn's ass like the whole fucking game.
That's why I'll play as Harley Quinn.
So I can walk behind you.
Yeah.
See, that's why I can't play King Shark, because a lot of the times when there's a huge character in a game...
He blocks the screen.
And he carry like a minigun or something?
Yeah, he's like...
Yeah, he's not going to have a crouch button. I can't just get in close and look.
You're right. You'll have to play as Captain Boomerang.
I was going to play Deadshot. Oh. Then I have a sniper rifle that I can zoom in on.
Well, no, he has a wrist gun.
Yeah, but he has like a thing in his eye. He definitely has a zoom function.
I think Deadshot, it should honestly just be like it should just auto-target people, even like behind you. Mm-hmm. And then you just press the shoot button, and then he can do the thing where he just moves his arm and goes, psh,
yeah.
And I think that'd be cool.
That's why it would be interesting if it was like, instead of it being a shooter, it became like a character action game.
Yeah.
Where his moves just had him
just shooting.
Yeah, shoot. Boop, 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 boop. So you don't have to aim. All you have to do is just point him in the right direction for like his combos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like pulls out different things or like fucks around with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Or yeah, you can like get it so that like he'll like air juggle someone and then like quickly switch. Like he has like the pistol function on one arm, and he's like boom boom like juggling him, and then he just like
juggle,
other hand
grappling hook,
resets, shotgun, boom.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say other hand, fucking grappling hook, pull down, slam against the ground, and then
or slam into a group of enemies.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like the Spider-Man fucking.
We're making the game cooler than it's gonna be, which is fucking lame. Because fucking it's gonna just be aiming, even as Deadshot.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I want to believe that it's gonna be really rad, but I'm also gonna be cautiously optimistic that I know, like, what Rocksteady wanted to do after making 3 fucking Batman games that were all really well liked is make a fucking Superman game. Mm-hmm. Just a Superman game. And this game is what that Superman game became because Warner Brothers didn't want them to make a Superman game.
If the game is going to have like a lot of like ranged combat, I could, since like Harley's like the only one missing like a weapon, it would be funny if hers was like that she picks shit up and you could like hit it like a baseball bat. Mm-hmm. Or she was like fucking Faust from Guilty Gear, where like she hits random items and sometimes it's like a big explosive.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think what it's gonna be is that she's gonna have like a baseball bat or hammer. I personally am a hammer type guy for Harley.
Light attacks brings out baseball bat. Heavy attack bring out hammer.
But yeah, fucking, and then she's just gonna have a gun or whatever. Yeah. It's gonna be like a Joker themed gun.
All right.
But Rocksteady makes great games, so I still am going to be cautiously optimistic. All right, thanks so much for listening, you guys. If you want to follow me, or if you want to see the show, it's at youtube.com/N8SComedy. You can find the video versions. We're also available on audio on every podcast platform you could possibly imagine, and no more and no less. If you want to follow me, I'm at The Media Hole on Twitter. I'm at The Media Hole on TikTok. At twitch.tv/themediahole, where one of these days, god damn it, I'm going to stream a video game with Ian, and we're going to have a good old-fashioned time. And then I'm also at www.whenyourballs.get-stuck-to-your-leg.tumblr.com. If you want to follow Ian, he's at StrugglesV on practically everything. And, and if you do follow him, you need to be forewarned. He recently did come under fire for saying... I don't know, something foolish. I couldn't even tell you. All right, thanks so much, guys. See ya.